Good morning, good morning, good morning, beautiful people. Good morning, babe. No problem. Yeah, I'm a little late this morning because I was taking care of puppies and taking care of people and, taking care of things that I got to take care of. Normal everyday stuff. The puppies are doing well. I'm still trying to find them a home. So that's still happening right now. So we still have the two black lab puppies on the back porch. Fed them this morning, took care of them, took care of my inside animals. Um, it's been raining a lot here lately and everything. Um, in the South, that's the way it be. That's the way it be. Now, I will say that I was over there, beef sector news. I was over there at Jay Wilson's house visiting this morning, and I saw that Brian's in the hospital, and his ass was up on a link cussing bitches out while you're in the hospital. Why you cussing folks out while you in the hospital? Sit your booty down. Don't be trying to do all that. Don't be cussing hoes out and people out and worried about what Castro and Tommy got going on and all these other people. You in the hospital, bruh. Take care of yourself. You waiting on surgery and all this other stuff. Like, no, don't be doing all that. Mm-mm. And then I was over there and I was watching, hey Zion Movements, hey love. I was over there watching a little bit of Binary Code. He talking about the fight that supposedly, hey Mr. Williams, just my thoughts. How you doing? Good morning. He was talking about the supposed fight between Lemon and Resto. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's the overplay for the underplay in my cooler voice. Because Lemon ain't going to want to do no boxing. But first off, I don't think it would be fair. And here's the thing, Lemon may be a big dude and can knock folks out in a street fight. Here's the thing, Resto actually is a soldier, which means that he has training that Lemon don't got. But now, if it came down to a street fight, I don't know about that situation because Lemon is bigger. But at the same time, like Lemon's 6'4", big dude. But I don't know how fast Lemon is. I don't know how he does. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen him in a fight, so I wouldn't know. But I mean, I don't think he's ever taken boxing classes or had any formal training. That to me, I mean, Resto's a little bitty dude, but I'm gonna say this: size don't matter in a fight. Size does not matter. It only matters in certain aspects when it comes to reach, arm reach. So if you know somebody's like Lemon size and you're a little bitty person and he's got the arm reach of 23 inches and you only have an arm reach of 15, I'm just making up numbers here. You're not going to be able to reach out and touch him as easy. So you're going to have to be faster and get up under him. And as someone who used to fight when I was younger, I don't do it no more. I'm too old for that shit now. But when I was younger, I always enjoyed myself fighting somebody that was bigger than me. I didn't like fighting smaller people. First off, it just made me I didn't like it. Now I've had a few small people try me and I didn't have a choice. But I don't really like doing that. But I could usually just throw them around like a rag doll. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't like it because it makes it feel unmatched. It doesn't feel right to me. I like somebody who's more on my level, more on my size, if that makes sense. Because it always makes me feel bad when the little girls try to come after me because it's like I almost feel like I know I'm too overpowered for them and it makes me feel bad, if that makes sense. I'd rather it be a person that's bigger than me so I feel even more evenly matched, or are they even bigger than me? I don't feel bad for knocking the shit out of them. I don't know why I always feel bad about hitting a smaller person. I don't know what it is. Then I was over there and I saw JT making fun of a person with special needs and then talking crap about Christine and how she don't need to get monetized. It's going to take away her benefits. Leave that woman alone just because she ain't letting you talk to her mama. I wouldn't let you talk to my mama neither. Shit. At least she got enough brain power to do that shit, not let you not let you up in her personal life. Some of them people letting you in too much. I heard Johnny Yarborough got a video struck down because his ass was playing around with JT and had some dumbass shit on his panel. That motherfucker don't care about your platform, bro. How many times you gotta be told? He's the one that spread the rumor about you being a pedo, bro. How many times you gotta be told? He don't care about none of y'all. Lynn, Marcy, don't y'all get it? Texas Granny, Bar Buffalo, don't y'all get it? He don't care about none of y'all. He done said that ain't no friends on YouTube. He don't give a damn. He just wants your money. He don't care about none of y'all. He ain't a friend to you. And he ain't bringing you good clout. He ain't making your name sound good. Damn, why do people get mixed up with dumb shit? And then think, oh my God, like this is awesome. No, he's making you look bad. But keep on. Do you, boo-boo. Do you. Do you. That's what I said, Mr. William. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. It don't matter in a street fight. Because here's the thing. Size don't really matter as much as you think it does. The only thing that matters is, to me, grit. Because I got an uncle who's short. I got an uncle who will knock a motherfucker out with one punch, and he is not a big man. Babe, you know who I'm talking about, Uncle Lulu? He's not a big man. Like, he's just stout. You know what I'm saying? He may be 5'8", 5'7", something like that. Maybe my height. I think he may be my height. You know, just a little bit taller than me, not by much. And this man can knock somebody out. Now, I will say, don't let a big dude fool you. My dad is a big man, but my dad's not a slow big dude. Some big dudes are slow in a fight. Some big chicks are slow in a fight. And that's where you got it over on them, right? But don't let it fool you, because some of them people be fast and they got the movement. So I seen my dad knock out a dude one time, hit him one punch, and his whole body just stiffened up. And he just stood there and he like shook for a minute, and I watched his eyes roll back in his head, and he just hit the ground like that. You know, you knock somebody out cold when they stiffen up, like their whole body stiffens, like they, you know, like they stiff as a board, and then they just fall. But my dad don't like to fight. Here's the thing. A true fighter, I'm going to say this for anybody that knows anything, right? A true fighter doesn't like to fight. There is a reason why. We're afraid of what we would do to a person, right? We don't like to fight. There's a difference. A person who's all that mouth, they're truly usually not a good fighter, because they all mouth, not talk. All they want to do is talk that talk, not walk that walk. A true fighter does not like to fight, because they'll tell you two simple facts. Nobody truly wins in a fight. Nobody truly wins in a fight. There's always somebody bigger and badder out there than you. Don't think you the biggest, baddest motherfucker in the room, because there's going to be somebody that checks your ass. Point blank, period. It's always that way. Thirdly, a person who truly fights will tell you that it's a no-win situation. And it's not because they're afraid of fighting. It's because they're afraid of what they'll do. Some people have no stop button. I'm one of those people. Why do you think I don't like doing it? I was fighting this one girl one time, and people was trying to pull me off of her. And when they were trying to grab me by the shoulders, I wrapped my legs around her throat, and my intention was to unalive her. There are people who don't like to fight because they know how far they'll go. They know that they won't stop. There is no stop button. Once you see red, and also they'll say, don't bring your emotions into a fight. That can be true and false at the same time. Because if you let a person get mad enough and they see red, sometimes they're more focused and more dangerous. I know that's the way I am. And I am hyper focused on the person I am fighting. I'm not paying attention to you, the next person. I do have situational awareness of everything around me, but I'm laser focused on you. Like laser focused. And all I see is tunnel vision. That's what it's like to go fully red. And I have no memory of one fight that I had. I have no memory of that fight whatsoever. I remember getting mad. I remember them pulling me off of her, and that's all I remember. I do not remember the middle of it. I had to have people tell me what happened after the fact. That's when it's dangerous, and that's why I don't like to fight. But this situation, I don't know if Lemon's going to actually go through with this boxing match or whatnot. Um, I really don't. If he does, he does. I don't think it's going to go through. I think it's going to be a lot of talk about it, and it's not going to happen. I truly think that's the way it's going to go. But I was over there at Pass's house, and I saw that Brian was up on the link while in the hospital. Bruh, sit your butt down somewhere. You in the hospital looking at surgery. You don't want the last memory that anybody has of you being up on a link fighting before surgery. It's also not good for your health. Like if you have blood clots and you're having heart problems and you're having all this, you could literally have a heart attack. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Your health is more important. Don't do that shit. It don't look right also to other people, because what I was hearing in there is people were think he was doing it for clout. People were that thought that he was doing it for sympathy and payola. And that it looked crazy him being in the hospital trying to be up on a link reading a bitch for filth. That looked crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's what the people were saying. That ain't what Charlie said. That's what the people were saying. I was reading that chat because the chat is where it's at. You want to read what the chat say. The chat tell you everything. Just like I've been reading these comment sections on from We Push Back over there in the mob tube in the genre, and people are giving Angel Gotti and them hell right now because of what JT said about Miss Angela's child or his brother. I think that was her brother or nephew or something. Miss Angela, if you're in the clouds, could you drop down and tell me? Because I can't remember if it was brother or nephew. But basically, her family member who has a disability. He was trying to talk about his him having it was just messed up, man. And then talking about Miss Maureen's child who passed away from a drug overdose. I'm gonna say this right now. Can't no parent. And then Eric Foss over there crashing out, having that issue. Lord Jesus, Mr. Eric, what the hell? Don't let nobody talk you into pulling up somebody's house like that. Even if they talking shit on the internet. We just saw, not even 2 weeks ago, this same thing happened, right? And 2 people got unalived. 2 people lost their life. And the dude is behind bars now. So you could be the either or issue. You could be the person that takes somebody's life because you got so angry over words over the internet, or you could be somebody that's that's not here anymore. Like pull-ups are dangerous in certain ways. The lady that was, I don't know Aaron like that. I don't know that lady, but she was egging you on and standing behind a car while egging you on, but didn't come up until you had old dude on the ground. I'm sorry, but that's not. Yeah, no. It's getting dangerous out there, y'all. Just the other day on the news, they had somebody pull up in a church and try to shoot folks up. And it was in Michigan, in Detroit. He shot a person in the church. They took him down or whatnot. But this world's getting crazier and crazier as we're sitting here watching it live in living color. We may be going to war with Iran again because of the president, because of Israel and Iran having their issue and him stepping in and bombing the Iranians. So we may be in another war again. Because that's what it looks like it's leading to. We done fought the Iraqi war. Now it looks like we're going to be going into Iran. Like this world getting crazy. Y'all got to be out here protecting yourself. Keep yourself, straight. I do believe, Mr. William, I do believe that some people are getting tired of the bullshit and the bull mess. I heard Miss Toby. Yeah, see, I do, Miss Toby and Miss T Danielle, if y'all watch this, I do sometimes get y'all mixed up. I know your animals and I know your voices. But I think it's because y'all both have T names, and that's why I do that sometimes. It's because it's not that I don't know which one of you are which. It's that because when I hear you talk, I know. Like when I'm in the room, I know, right? But for some reason, after I try to tell the story again, I mix up y'all's names, and I don't know why I do that. I may be my ADHD. I apologize. But basically, it was time I, and a lot of people been saying it. OGs from the beef sectors that are subbies from the beef sectors are getting tired of some of this bull mess, some of this bullshit. It's just like what rinse, repeat kind of situation, and they're wanting to move on to bigger and better things. I mean, they still love the beef sector and want to come home occasionally, but it's just it's a lot of people are getting tired of it. And what it is, you got to think about this. A lot of us started out in the sector when we were younger, and we're all starting to like move away because we're in different headspaces. But there's a lot of people that just be fighting to be fighting on here. And I'm like, when you're in your 40s, 50s, and shit like that, the fighting, it ain't worth it no more. Like I'm in my 30s, right? In my late 30s. I stopped thinking the fighting was worth it when I was in my 20s. Right? In my 20s. Like to me, fighting is not worth it anymore. Pull ups in people's houses is not worth it anymore. Like, it's just to me, it's not worth it. It's not worth jail time. Hey, that situation could have went far left, very far left. That situation could have ended up with people in prison. It could have ended up with people unalived. Like this internet and people's words are not worth you losing your life or freedom over. And that goes for anybody in any sector of YouTube. This internet is not worth that. Now, I will say some of these people who are running they mouths and running around here doing things to people's families and calling CPS and doing all these things, that's a very dangerous game. Very dangerous. Because you never know when somebody's ready to have a crash out moment, you know? So that's why, I'm trying to take all these situations and put them together and have a teachable moment, if that makes sense. Um, this shit on the internet is not worth you losing your life. It's not worth you losing your freedom. It's not worth you, hurting your family or those around you. Um, where would your animals be if you went to prison or were unalived? Like, do you know where they're going to be? Does your family, a lot of these people don't think about the consequences of actions. Actions have consequences, right? And a lot of these people are not thinking about these things, you know? Like what happens. And here's the thing, I don't think Lemon and Resto are really gonna fight though. I truly don't. I think this is gonna be all talk. Um, and I don't know if people remember, but Resto keeps taking up for this Izzy lady. But there was this situation with her to where she was saying like some very untoward things. Same thing with the male lady, right? And he has said some untoward things. Um, so I would look into the history of the situation before you back somebody. I'm just saying. Because, eh, you know, um, but I don't think that situation is going to happen at all. I really don't. They talking about doing it like a whole lot of woods. Um, Kind of like a fight, like a boxing match type situation. Now, I would say this, if I could bring all the sectors together that I know, right? All the sectors that I know together and put on a huge thing, that would be awesome. Oh yeah, it is today that you get your leg. I'm so happy, Gamecock Jenny. When you come back and everything, if you could just like tell me that you got it, like in the comment section or tag me in a post or whatever, I'm gonna be so happy for you. So congratulations. I know you're super excited today. So I hope everything goes well. I know it's gonna go well. I'm just super excited for you. Um, the with the situation on all YouTube, like all genres of YouTube and YouTube land, um, a lot of these fights, a lot of this doxing, a lot of this crazy mess, um, you got to think about the consequences of action sometimes. And some people are ready to crash out, and you never know what can happen. So I say protect your peace, protect yourself, protect your family. This world's crazy enough. Like, we have some crazy shit going down right now in the world itself. I would also pay attention to that if I were you. I really would, because this world is crazy. Do you think you're crazy? Possibly. I don't know why that song right now is going through my head. But yeah, they did say that they I did see a thing about Annie Burrell's death. I don't know if y'all know who she is. But Annie Burrell was um a she was a chef, right? And they at first said that she was found unresponsive, and said it was some kind of heart complication, or not necessarily a heart attack per se, but some kind of problem with that. They did say, it says, as of now, Burrell's official cause of death has not been determined. An autopsy has been completed, but a spokesman for the New York City's medical examiner's office said results are still pending. According to TMZ, the New York City Fire Department said the incident was initially reported as a cardiac arrest. However, law enforcement sources told the outlet that a large quantity of unknown pills was found in the bathroom where Burrell was discovered. um, Now, she did not have no regular kids of her own, but she did have a stepson from a previous relationship that she had, and his name was Javier. So basically, that was her son. I hate calling kids step. Ain't no kids, no steps. They're your children. You know what I'm saying? Regardless. And if she looked at him as a son, he was a son. You know what I mean? And she had been married since 2021 to a guy named Claxton. Um, you know, They found, it says, on the morning of June 17th, 2025, paramedics were called to Burrell's Brooklyn, New York home. TMZ reported the EMS was unable to revive her. According to the outlet, Burrell's husband, Stuart Claxton, saw her alive hours before he found her in the shower, unresponsive. Upon calling 911, TMZ reported that the operator told him to perform CPR on his wife, but it was still unclear if he did or if her body was cold. According to the police report obtained by the New York Times, Burrell had been discovered in the shower unconscious and unresponsive, surrounded by approximately 100 sorted pills. The NYPD is investigating the case as a possible drug overdose. It's no telling what those medications were at this time. Hey, Gangsta Sauce. Hey, Very Carrie Love. Very Carrie, I saw you in there. I saw you in there being a little messy and passes. I was talking about this morning. Brian know he need to get his butt down when he in the hospital. don't need to be up there in the hospital with beeping going on, reading a bitch for filth on a panel, or trying to read people for filth on a panel. However you want to look at it. That's too much drama for your mama when you're in the hospital. Damn. Take your ass back and sit down somewhere. You know you can't be doing all that. How's it been over there, Gangsta Sauce? How you doing, girl? You know I love you. I ain't seen you go live. Is my notifications fucking up again? Because I seen one of them. But you ain't been going as live as you normally do most of the time. I did see you playing some games the other night, but it was like late. You know I be asleep. I tell the truth. I be asleep. I ain't been getting some notifications. I swear to God, it's like YouTube just be tripping balls. So I was watching I was watching Binary while watching Passa, while watching, and last night I was watching 4 different lives. See, that's what I thought. I was like, I know I ain't seen her hit the live button. I was like, where my girl at? She alright? Because you know I be paying attention sometimes. I was asking to make sure YouTube wasn't tripping again. Because you know YouTube be tripping sometimes. Be not giving out notifications, being a straight up, asshole and shit. Sometimes I had 3 lives going the other night at the same time, Very Carrie. We had Mika on there, we had Pizza, we had there was like 3 or 4 people live at the same time. I was trying to catch them all at once. It was a lot. It was a lot. Hey, Racing Stars Love, good morning. It was a lot going on, child. I'm gonna start singing in my Tracy voice. It's a lot going on now. It's a lot going on, child. Good morning, Miss Jeannie G. How you doing this morning? Thank you for the $4.99. How you doing, beautiful? Thank you for being a member for 3 months, Arkansas. My gangster sauce. It was a lot going on. I swear to God. It was a lot going on the other day. Now the dude that came up on Lemons, I heard about Friday. I met him. I was over there. It was after Quay passed. I know I've seen him in chats before because I have been over in different people's chats in the Black Tea sector. I have been in Treese's chat and probably spoke to him. I know I've been in Danny's chat and a couple of others, right? Danny Robertson, a couple of them. I've been over there visiting, I visit occasionally over there. And I met him the day after Quay passed, right after, like, really got to speak to him and have a conversation with him. And of course, they were asking me questions about myself and what sector I'm from. And I'm like, I'm from the beef sector. And I explained to him, how they would know me as I'm VS's mod. And also, I hang around with a lot of different folks. I'm, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, they were asking me questions about, who does panel shows in the beef sector. I was like, well, Lemon does panel shows in the beef sector. And he has a lot of different people up there at all different times. He has people from all over come up sometimes and just chill with him. I said, if you come up there and you chill and you just say, hey, and just talk to the people and be cool. I said, they shouldn't have no problem with you, but that's like, not everybody in the beef sector has panel shows. A lot of people don't have panel shows at all. Some do. I mean, YTC occasionally has a panel. You know what I'm saying? But it's when people are involved in whatever she's talking about that they usually hit the link, right? Or they're speaking about the situation. So you have to know. Yeah, I don't see what the issue there should be. I share everybody out and brag on my beef sector family. I brag on I don't know what you want to call Arkansas and all of us that just be chilling, like Watch Her Crazy and everybody. I don't know what you want to call us. We don't really have a name per se. I just call us us, and I share everybody out. And I was bragging on my beef sector home. I don't brag on my beef sector home. Shoot. You know what I mean? I'm gonna brag on my beef sector. Shoot. That's what I'm supposed to do, ain't I? I'm supposed to go around bragging on my peoples. And so it was right after Quay Quay passed, and Miss Sammy, it was her live, which now Sammy and VS are into it, but that's a whole nother thing. Um, but I was over there on her live. I'd also hit Grown Folks TV's live after Quay passed, because Quay was my moderator. She was also Grown Folks TV's mod. Sammy knew her, people from the Black Tea sector. I was going around a lot of their chats at the time when Quay passed, sharing my love and stuff like that. Because Pretty Big Woman Quay was my moderator, and we were getting very close there before she passed away. And it really did break my heart to know that she passed away. You know what I'm saying? And whatnot. And so I was up there. They were doing they were raising some money to send some flowers to her family during their time of bereavement, to the funeral home. Also, ZX did that too. Grown Folks TV. He sent money to Quay Quay's family. Not family, but she sent flowers and different things. And I was over there during that time also. I contributed to ZX's. I would have contributed to Miss Sammy's, but I had to choose, and I chose over there because I knew ZX. I didn't know Miss Sammy like that. I knew her a little bit, but not a lot, you know. And you know, so that, and at the time, that's what I did. I wasn't like, I just did the best that I could. You know what I mean? I wanted to do my own thing, but then I was like, well, Mr. ZX has got it. He's handling it, you know, and him and the writers are going to do something. So I'll just go over there and whatnot, And then I went over there and I supported Miss Sammy when that went down. And I will say that before Quay Quay passed, her and Sammy did make up. But that's how I met Mr. Aaron. I think his name is the Beef Sector Inspector. Yeah, I didn't have a problem with him. He seemed like a very nice gentleman. I don't get into other people's beefs. I don't insert myself in that shit. And so if you're nice to me, I'm going to be nice to you. So I have no idea what's going on between what happened that night. I didn't get to watch the live of Lemons because, like, he fell asleep on the live the next morning, and I didn't get to red blow. And then I got busy with my husband, and so I still ain't went back. And I don't know if that live is still up from that Friday Night Live. I heard about it after the fact. I didn't get to watch it. There's a difference. I would like to go watch it and see what actually went down. I ain't got a chance to go red ball and see all that shit. My name was brought up in that situation. You know what I'm saying? But it's because I was bragging about my peoples. I was like, yeah, I'll be over there at Lemons. I'll be over there at this. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. And I told him, I said, if y'all want to know any of the Beef Sector people, I said, watch my community wall. I share a lot of different people out. I said, I support a lot of different people in the Beef Sector. I said, so if you want to, like, see something going on over there, if you want to get to know the people, I said, I did the spiel that I do when everybody that tries to join in the Beef Sector. I said, come over there, respectful, get to know the people, sit back for a while. Don't just hit the links and start talking about stuff you don't know nothing about, right? Get to know the people a little bit, be in the chats, say hey to everybody. Hey, Miss Muffy Boo, get to know everybody. Like, because a lot of these people who come in the Beef Sector, they make the biggest mistake of just jumping on panels to start inserting themselves and don't get to know the people in the Beef Sector, right? You got to get to know the people. You got to say hey to the people. You know what I'm saying? So you got to say hi. Now, I don't know. Hey, Miss Bambi, good morning. I don't know if, like, anything was said bad about me. I don't know because I didn't watch it. So here's the thing about myself. I don't watch every single thing. I try to catch up on things. I don't know if anything bad was said. But I will say I do support everybody. And I said, if you want to get to know new people or new sectors, I said, look at my community wall. I share people from all over. I share out people from the mob tube. I share out people from the drama sector. I share out people from the beef sector. If I'm over in the Black Sea sector, like wherever I be, because y'all know I'll be everywhere. Mo 3 sector, black sector. I just be everywhere, child. I'm a friendly little fucker. I'm friendly with everybody. Hey, Mr. Montrese. You know what I'm saying? I'm a friendly mofo. I just say it. They did tell me I need to stop being so damn friendly, but hey, that's how you bring people into things. That's how you get new viewership. I said, I share out everybody. Shoot. I try to do my best to support all peoples. And if you're nice to me, I'm going to be nice to you. And I have no idea what the hell has went on with Miss Mika and Mr. Aaron and what their past is. I have no idea why they got into it on Lemons. I've got to go watch why there was a beef there, why they started cussing each other. I just know that I heard about it after the fact. So I didn't get to see the live with Lemons. I got to go back and watch that because he was still live that Saturday morning because he fell asleep on live and he didn't even end it until way after like YTC's live. And by that time, I was getting ready to go out with my husband and eat and smash on some burgers. And I thought I was going to be meeting up with somebody, but they had a busy day. So I was like, yeah, we'll do that some other time. No biggie. No biggie. You know what I mean? No big deal. No big deal. I will say that very Carrie is very true. But, I'm not going to change myself. Like, I'm going to still keep sharing folks out. I'm still going to be me because if somebody asks me where I'm from, I'm going to tell them I'm from the beef sector. They're going to ask me what the beef sector is. I'm going to explain the history of the beef sector. You know what I'm saying? And how it started. And I'm going to tell them about my friend VS Icon. I'm going to tell them about my friend The Hood Table. I'm going to tell them about, all the good people like and all this other stuff and share the wealth because that's how you grow. And that's how we get the beef sector to grow is networking with each other. That's how the mob tube gets to grow. That's how drama sector gets to grow. We all, black sector, every one of them. Every one of us, no matter what sector we're in, it's how do we grow? We share out each other. We brag about each other. We're in different places. Like very Carrie, if you ever have some people that you don't know come in, it's possible because I be telling everybody that you do very Carrie karaoke on Friday nights at 7:30. You just got to keep an eye out when she sets up the live. She'll set it up beforehand. You'll know about it. She'll do it some weeks, may not do it the next week. She may be tired. Real life be lifing. But I be bragging about when you got your karaoke when I'm in the different sectors. So if people want to come up and join and have a good old time or just sit back in your chat and relax. Like Very Carrie also does in the morning, she does brain teaser games. You know what I'm saying? It's before I go live and it's early, but she does her brain teasers. And some people might want to do the games. I think, Carrie, that like you should figure out what days the drama is not the craziest and do your brain teasers on that day so you don't have to worry about missing nothing because me and you we kind of nosy and we don't want to miss the good stuff. and on a day when you ain't staying up till real late, you know what I'm saying, so that it don't make you tired. Like, and then Arkansas does poker every Monday night. Arkansas does poker. So if y'all want to do some poker on Monday night, Arkansas does poker. And she just has a bunch of different collective of people from all over the place. You know what I'm saying? All over the place. You know what I mean? I try to do the same, Miss Muffy. I do. I think all of us, networking with each other is a very good thing. Us, trying to be, and you could drop your channel if you want, Arkansas. And Miss Buffy, you ain't went live in a long time. I'm just saying. Thank you, Arkansas. Thank you, Gangsta Sauce. But Very Carrie does karaoke on Friday, and some of us can't sing for shit, and we be off tune like sour, like shower singers. We don't care. We just there to have fun. You know what I'm saying? We don't make fun of each other. We let each other just sing our songs and sing our heart outs because music is good for you. It's good for the soul, right? And so we could sound like we murdering cats or something, and the dogs is howling because we singing, but we still go over there and we have fun and do it. You know what I'm saying? We still go over there and we do it. That's just like I try to enter contests when I can that happen in the beef sector, to support the content creators. I know I'm not going to win. Do y'all think I'm stupid enough to believe that I would win any of those competitions? I'm not that dumb. You know what I'm saying? But it's in my eyes and in my opinion to support the content creator. You know, especially if like when I was in there for Lolo's 2 minutes to fun, nobody wanted to jump up there and do it, or they weren't ready. And so I was like, you know what? I'll jump up there. I'll be the first one to do it. I am not a comedian in no way, shape, or form. I didn't have nothing prepared. I didn't have a skit written down. You know what I'm saying? I was not prepared. I tell the truth. But I got up there and I tried. I thought of something and just threw it out there. And if it worked, it worked. If it didn't, it didn't. I didn't care either way. It was to support Lolo. When Miss Intel did her pop-up channel for her talent thing, nobody wanted to be the first one to pop up there. So I did it. I popped up there for Miss Intel when she had her pop-up talent show. Because you know, a lot of people are scared to go first. They're scared to go first, right? So I just popped up there and I did it. You know? And so when I see like people are scared to go first or something like this and that, and then I use my old saying. Now this is something I say, and I go, well, if I can do it, why can't you? And that's what makes people pop up there. Like, well, if the white girl can do it, why can't you know what I'm saying? We can do it too. So it kind of works, you know, and it helps drum up people to come up. I was like, if I can do it, I know you can do it, you know? So that's why I try to do those things, is to try to get, you know, do support and to help others. Like when Duchess Kelly Love had his, I went up there and did that. I am not the best at remembering things. I love music, but I don't have the best memory. Everybody knows that. I have ADHD. I mix up words all the time. And it was a remember the lyrics contest. Well, I know a lot of songs, but I don't remember I can get it in order or know exactly what comes next because, you know, ADHD. But I tried and I was up there and I was supporting Duchess Kelly Love because I love some Duchess Kelly Love. I love Duchess. So I was going to be over there to support, you know. I made sure I shared it out when I knew he was having it. And when I know people are having contests in any of the sectors that I have in, or they're doing any special events, I try to promote them as much as I can. I know I don't have a big channel with thousands of people. I'm like Very Carey, my 10 folks, my 10 folks. Very Carey, our 10 people, Very Carey. You know, but it's all about the support and sharing people out. Now I would tell y'all this, Miss Bambi Palermo that's in the chat right now, she's doing this like awesome cartoon thing where it's like different people from different sectors are in the cartoons, right? And she's like writing a script for it, and I'm supposed to pop up in the second season, and I don't know if I'm going to be a mob boss or if I'm going to be cheating on people or taking people down. I don't know if I'm going to be a hoe in this one. It's going to be awesome either way. I can't wait to see what she writes me into, because you know I could be a total straight up skis in it. It would still be awesome. I told her some people only want themselves shined in the best light. Shoot, make me a villain. I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? I know it's a story. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool with stories. I don't care. And she does really cool cartoons. They're really awesome. I love watching them. They're really funny. Um, but I watch a lot of different people from a lot of different sectors and a lot of different walks of life on YouTube. I don't try to pigeonhole myself necessarily. Now, I will say this: anybody that's shout out to my team, anybody who's in the beef sector, I know that sometimes there's so much content that you have no ability to go somewhere else because it sometimes can get hectic in the beef sector. But I try to go everywhere. Like I support a lot of different people, a lot of different aspects for a lot of different reasons. Um so if you see me in three different chats at the same time, don't think nothing about it because I could be at all three places at the exact same time. Sometimes I be watching 6 lives at once. I am not joking you none. So if you see me type a little, but I forget to say hey to you, or if you see me in a chat and I don't say, it's probably because I'm switching around to three different lives at the same time, trying to say hey to everybody. Do you know how much typing that is? I'm just saying. And sometimes I don't drop down, I'll be in the bushes, but I hit that like button and that share. So you know I was there because I'm going to make sure I tag you when I share you so you know I was there. But I may not say that because I may be busy doing something. Like the other day, I was in Breeze live, but I couldn't really talk too much because I was cooking. I was cooking me some stir frying stuff. But I did have to get I was in Lolo's the night before I went to sleep, and I did have to tell Resto, you can't be trying to take my number one spot. I'm the one that was Lolo's very first member. I popped her chair. You can't take that. That's mine. I own that. And whatnot. And if I could have popped very curious, I would have. But somebody got there before me. Somebody got there before me. Um, I be trying to support. I support those who support me, and I support the ones that I really, really enjoy and like. You know what I'm saying? I got to go renew some of my memberships. Speaking of which, too. Because sometimes it be getting a lot when you support a lot of people and you trying to keep up with like 20 or 30 memberships at one time. Sometimes it'll hit your pocketbook. You know what I mean? You feel me? So I try, but and I have to sometimes pick and choose. Then I have to um go through there and renew after a minute because let's say I ran out of money, so I have to wait and renew when I get my money. So sometimes that happens too. Because this month, part of my YouTube check went to my son because this last month I had to spend over $200 something for one of his tests that he had to have for his health. It was called a fibro scan, and the insurance wouldn't pay for it, so I had to pay for it out of pocket, and that was a big hit. You know what I mean? And then I'm taking care of these puppies. Child, do you know how much dog food you go through when you have like puppies that are like big puppies and they're like eating 2 to 3 times a day? Bruh, bruh. I swear to God, but they're taken care of. That's all that matters. They're okay. Um, I'm trying to find them homes. I hope and pray that I can. I can't keep them. I wish I could. I would if I could, but I got too many animals of my own. So I am still trying to find them a home. If I could open an LLC and have a nonprofit type situation, I've always said if I ever got extremely rich and I owned, and I had a lot of money, what I would love to do is have like 100 acres with a barn, a big old huge barn on the property, and I would open an animal sanctuary. It wouldn't just be for dogs; it would be for dogs, cats, horses, pretty much any animal that needs a home, right? And make even like dogs that the shelters can't rehome. Maybe they're too old. Maybe they have aggression issues or whatever, and work with them and basically let them live out the rest of their life happy and running free on 100 acres. Let them, be extremely like just live their best life. I've always said if I ever became extremely rich, that's something I would do that I would love to do. Is open an animal sanctuary because animals are like the most innocent, precious little angels. I love animals. I do. And I wish that I could rescue them all, but I know I can't because that shit's expensive. You know what I'm saying? It ain't cheap. Um, but um, they're my babies and I love them all. So here's my thing. Let me ask y'all this question. With what you've been seeing going on the YouTube streets and different lands that you're all in, what's the craziest thing that y'all saw over the weekend? I would say that I didn't know I was involved in any mess until I think it was Saturday or Sunday night. When I saw Miss Mika go live, and then um, I saw some of the stuff with Mr. Aaron and Miss Mika. And I was like, "What? Why am I in this? What had happened was I ain't did nothing. You missed a lot on purpose. Shoes. Sometimes you got to get your sleep in." I'm hoping that Lemon took his ass to bed, took some naps, took care of himself, took his mental break, takes time with Creed. And I'm going to say this for anybody in YouTube land, in any of these spaces, take time for yourself, take your mental breaks, and don't make this YouTube shit yo everything. It's fun to watch. Think of it like a reality TV show, right? You watch it, you may talk about it, you may gossip about it with your friends, but you turn it off. You don't keep it on and you don't let it affect your mental health. Okay? That's the way you got to look at any of these sectors on YouTube. Any of the sectors. You watch it, you consume it, but don't let it consume you. Just like they say on Players Club, you make the money, but don't let the money make you. It's the same thing. On this YouTube streets, make the money, honey, but don't let the money make you. Don't turn this into your whole life or your life's purpose or everything about you. Like Brian, which your ass was up in the hospital, didn't need to be up on that link. And if you was, just giving people an update on how you doing. That's all you need to, or hit your own live button and give people an update on how you doing. But don't be up there scratching. Here's the thing. Could you imagine if he goes to the surgery and it don't go well? And that's the last thing that you were seen doing on the internet and in life. Also, you don't want to put that bad juju on yourself before surgery. Don't put the bad juju on yourself. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't put the bad juju on you. I'm going to say this right now. If I'm ever in the hospital, y'all not going to see me. If I ever go completely like code silent and I ain't told y'all beforehand what's happening and whatnot, I might do a community post to keep my people, so y'all know what's going on and that I'm okay or whatever. But y'all ain't gonna see me hitting links, scratching with mofos when I'm in the hospital. That's not happening. I might do a live if I'm bored, because I'm gonna tell you something about the hospital. It is boring. So I can understand being on there bullshit with your people. You know what I'm saying? Because you bored as shit. If you bored as shit in the hospital, I could see that if you ain't too bad off. If you're like, shit, I'm stuck up in this damn hospital. It's some bullshit. You know what I mean? But up here scratching and fighting and getting your blood pressure up, nah, y'all won't ever see me do that. I don't do that anyway, but I sure ain't gonna do it if I'm in the hospital bed. Mm-mm. No, sir, no, ma'am. Mm-mm. But do y'all think, for y'all those who are in the beef sector, do y'all think the Lemon and the Resto fight really gonna happen? I don't think it is. I think this is another thing where it's gonna be the overplay for the underplay in my Cooling voice. And speaking with y'all, Cooling got a new channel. I don't know what happened to her previous channel. I think I think she had stated that it got taken down. I subscribed to it, but I gotta remember the name of it, if that makes sense, because I subscribe to so many people, so it's kind of hard to go through my list and go, oh, here it is. But hold on, there it is. Actually, it's called Cooling's Turban. I'm gonna share the channel for y'all, who do like Cooling. If y'all want to, tune into her new channel, because I know some folks may or may not know, but her channel got her main channel that she had got. And I don't know if she still got, she probably can get into Instagram with me and her talk, where I made her the unicorn with the turban and whatnot for her birthday that time. And y'all, that was before I got Canva, so I really should play around with Canva now and make her a new one and just send it to her and say, "Here you go, love you." Because I do that sometimes. I'll make people profile pictures or do posters for them, and play around with Canva and just play. Here you go. Like that one that Lemon uses for Teleport Tuesday. I just made that out of the kindness of my heart for him. I've done that for people. I know that some people like some people and don't like others. I myself have no problem with anybody, but maybe that's just me. I don't know what's going on all the time with everybody. I do know that some folks be fighting and some folks be chilling. But I don't be getting in all the mess all the time. How you doing, Zion Movies? You been doing all right, babes? You don't think that situation with Resto and Lemon gonna happen? I don't either. I do not think that's gonna happen. I think they playing that. Purple and music notes. I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind, Miss Muffy. I'll keep that in mind. But no, I just be playing around on Canva. I just actually got a free what do you call that trial to them for right now. So I'm doing the free trial on Canva. So right now I have everything open so I can use everything without watermarks and all that stuff. But I was like, let me show y'all something. I'm gonna show y'all my Canva and how crazy it is and how many things I've created for different people, not just myself, but different people, right? This is how crazy my Canva looks right now. It's all over the place. Because I just play around with different things. I'm gonna share y'all my Canva right quick. And here's the thing: when I hand it off to somebody, when I make them something, I do not keep the copyright to it. My internet's showing it's acting up right now. There it goes. Okay, it's back, y'all. So this is my Canva right here. I was just trying to make sure my internet was back right, because sometimes that happens with Canva and I don't know why. And so if you ain't got I got a really strong connection. So for it to be happening to me, I know people who got, so I made some of these for Creole Libra Butterfly. I made her some thumbnails. These are from the situation that I made for From the Block to the Hood table with them. And then Church Lady, I made her some things. Here's Hazel Diane's, some of the things I made for her. And I don't know if Hazel can see this, but this is one of the ones I made a bunch of them, and for some reason I couldn't get them to her on Discord because they were too big. She likes cyberpunk a lot, right? So I made this cute little thing with her little profile picture for her, a banner. But for some reason, it didn't want me to get it to her. It wasn't being nice. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't being nice for some reason. And I made this for this lady Queen that I met. She's 6'2", and Queen. Her name is Queen Dee Dee. She's a pretty cool chick. I met her. I made that for Creole. That's an outro video that she wanted. These are just things I played around with. Like I played around with this. I don't know if she's ever used it, but for Demus O, She calls her house the well, I just unshared it on accident. Y'all know Miss O calls hers the dollhouse. So I found this cute little pink house, and she likes girly girl pictures. I gotta re-screen share, y'all. Just realized I accidentally stopped the screen share. Um, this is just some of the stuff I played around with, right? I made this for Miss O. I don't know if she's ever used it or not, but I don't keep copyrights when I do something for somebody nice. I don't try to do all that. I made this for Miss Hazel Diane if she ever wanted to use it. Because like I said, she liked that picture. I made it into a thing. I've made this was that banner that I thought when they were trying to do the thing with Sheffy and MU, and then people decided that I thought it was going to be then they didn't like the banner because it was supposed to, and there I go, not showing it again and accidentally stopping the screen share, thinking I'm sharing it. This was that side piece challenge. And when I made this banner, it was supposed to be hosted by DMSO and Honest Row, presented by Sheffy and MU, head to head. The judges are down here. The time when they were trying to put that together, so I was trying to make it cute, make it something, and so I've made a lot of different things for a lot of different people, a lot of different banners and things like that. My own stuff. Made my own watermark. What was I doing with this one? I don't even remember what I was doing with this one. Oh, Charlie. That was just established when I was established. I don't think I ever finished this. I think I was just playing with it. You know what I'm saying? I was just playing around. Y'all got to see this. I was just playing around with this. I don't think I ever finished it or did anything with it. I just playing with it. Sometimes I just be playing around on Canva. I did, however, learn. I was trying to play around with AI music. Let me share this tab right quick, and I'm gonna exit out of some of these that I've got pulled up because I got them pulled up, and I'm gonna act like I'm gonna do an untitled design right quick, and just act like I'm playing with a design. There's a reason why. If I go under here under uploads, you'll see all the stuff that I've had to upload, and I keep it on there for different people, like Church Lady, my friends. That was the Maya Braxton stuff that I made. There's Queen 88, Cam Talk Too Much, St. James. All these, I keep these profile pics, so if I ever have to make them something again, right, I already have it in my uploads. This is when I made this stuff for the Halloween challenge right here. And with the Taylorport thing for Lemon, if somebody ever did try to strike him, I have it right here. Right? I have like these things in here. I have videos where I've, for butterflies, for, like money, plowing, these butterflies right here. Audio, I have different audios here. This right here, I was playing around with AI music, and I got 6 different, 5 because that one's not it. Different AI music I was playing around with. Hey, Miss Jean, I hope you're having a good day. For the Hood Table and Big Rigs. The only problem I have with the AI is that sometimes it'll like mispronunciate words. And they'll try to change your lyrics to something else. I have a little bit of an issue with the AI, but it's not terrible. Hold on. I don't know if y'all can hear this. I'm gonna see if y'all can hear this, but this is one of the songs.
Please like, share, and subscribe to this great content. We appreciate you. Thank you for the support. I share
To actually hear it, I would act like this is a video. So hold on, let me create a video presentation and just put something on there. All right, so I'll just put some random stuff, then I'll play the music so y'all can hear it. So that's what I'll do. So I'm gonna do it like this. Okay, and I'm just gonna add some random design that I'm totally not doing anything with. I'm just doing this so I can add the song and then play the song um, in its fullality. Let me. Eh. Oh, I gotta delete one of those, y'all. And let me pull this right here. Or can I? Let me just. I'll duplicate it until it literally does the whole song. And then we'll play it and y'all can hear the song. Because it's not really about the. Let me duplicate. Duplicate page. So it plays the whole song. Because it did. Let's see how long this song is. I think I need to duplicate the page one more time. Or actually, one more time. How long is that song? Shit. It starts sounding weird at the end of the song, though. Y'all got to hear the end of it because it does start kind of sounded. There it goes. Okay, so it ends like right here. The song does. Okay, so we're gonna go all the way back to the beginning. I'm gonna play the song for y'all so y'all can hear the song and whatnot.
Yeah. Welcome to the show, from the block to the hood table. Introducing your host, sexy side profile man, the one, the only Big Rig Slaps, the cake decorating diva herself, the one and only, the hood table with news you can use and the subjects that need to be spoken on. From the block to the hood table, from the White House to the gutter, we report on it. We gon' have many different topics and subjects. Grab your seat, get your popcorn, get ready, let's go. Please like, share, and subscribe to this great content. We appreciate you. Thank you for the support.
So many tales was love for me and me, and that's complex on it. There's just being a
Que sea Wi-Fi, I'm what if the good bit is. Intenji let the light out, and it's steady on the better music. Cause now many coaches boasting just like an or just. But this is trying. Please like the neighbor drug to his fan and suck down on me and sad sir. Walk him right on it.
Yeah, so I don't know what language it went into. I gotta tell y'all, I really don't know what language it went into. So I ended up cutting part of that out when I was making their design. But for some reason, did y'all hear that? Like whatever the hell that was, I don't know what language that was. Don't ask. I don't know. But let me do this song too and show y'all it. This was another song. Let me delete that off here because it for some reason did too many tracks. Let me get this moved to the front here. And then delete some of these pages because now there's too many pages. And we don't want to have to play all that when we're just trying to hear the song. You know what I mean? But I was playing around with AI songs, and this is like some of the AI songs that it came up with. Like I wrote some of the lyrics, and then I played around with their lyric maker after my lyrics, and some of it kind of went crazy on, and I don't know why. So we're gonna listen to this one. This is another one. I made some more, and for some reason they didn't download as regular songs, so they're kind of weird. I'm gonna have to try to transfer those to MP3s because for some reason they showed up as a whole different kind of song, and they were actually really good. I wish they had downloaded right. I was using this one website, and for some reason the downloads on those songs came out as something total different. Let me see if I can show those to you because I really like those and would love for the Hood Table and Big Rigs to hear those because they actually sounded pretty good. Let me go here and then go to downloads. Okay. And I believe it's this one. Is it this one? Let me see. No, that's puppy dog pictures. Let's see. I think it's below this. Yeah, for some reason, some of the videos I kept doing it for them kept downloading in a weird way. But I think it is. Those are the it's these right here. These three right here for some reason came out in a not an MP3 download. I'm gonna see if I can share these right quick. Hold on. I may have to. And I may have to share those in a different way, but let's listen to this one right quick. I'll show y'all.
Welcome to the show. From the block to the hood table. Introducing your host. Sexy side profile man, the one, the only Big Rig Slaps. The cake decorate diva. Herself. The one and only the Hood Table. With news you can use in the subjects that need to be spoken on. From the block to the Hood Table. From the White House to the gutter, we report on it. We're gonna have many different topics and subjects. Grab your seat, get your popcorn, get ready, let's. Please like, share, and subscribe to this great content. We appreciate you.
Thank you for the support. Thank you for the supporting. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the supporting me.
See, that one wasn't so bad, but it's like it's weird sometimes with these AI songs. Like some of the voices sound weird. It's just like different ones. You know what I'm saying? So I tried. Shoot, I'm gonna tell you something. Let me pull this one all the way and see how long this one goes. That one goes to about there. Let me delete that one because it for some reason sometimes it does try to put the tracks on there twice. This is another one that it did. Let's see here. Let me make sure that it is completely. Let's start from the beginning. Come on.
Welcome to the show. From the block to the hood
Hold on.
table. Introducing your host. Sexy side profile.
Yeah, that's the same one. My bad. Let me go to a different one because there's a bunch of different ones I created. Let me delete this one. Delete track. That's the same one. Hold on.
Welcome to the show.
That might be a different one, but I don't know. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Let me see this one.
From the block to the hood. From the block to the hood table.
Spread the word far and wide. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for the support.
Let's go to this one. This is a different one. I don't know how long this one is again. How long is this one? 2 minutes or something. So I'm about to add some more pages right quick so we can hear the music. Because the whole reason for this is for me to show y'all how, like, I was playing around with some AI. I don't know how. Look, I'm going to say this. Y'all are really good with this AI stuff. D-Ham and y'all. I don't know what damn pay, like, what, like, y'all using or whatnot. But let me, why is it twice do that? I don't know why it keeps doing that. Let's delete track over here. Let's duplicate page. Like, I've been trying to get a specific sound, if that makes sense. And there was this one I used, y'all. Oh my God, it was terrible. I didn't even download that shit. I exited off that damn page real fast. I was like, this one sucks. All right, so this is this one. We're going to listen to it. We're going to listen to it. Okay. Let's go to this one. We're going to listen to this one.
From the block to the hood table, big brick slaps and cake decorating diva, discussing local issues, national news too, encouraging y'all to like or share and subscribe. We bring the heat, keeping it real tight. From the White House to the gutter, we report right. Welcome to the show, where we break it down. From the block to the hood table, it's all around. Sexy side profile man, the one and only Big Rick Slaps in the cake decorating diva, the one and only the hood table. With news you can't use and subjects that need to be spoke. From the block to the hood, from the White House to the broke, we got many different topics and subjects. Grab your seat, get your popcorn. Let's get ready. Talking about everything under the sun, from education to health. We're here to run, engage with us, spread the word far and wide. Appreciate y'all, thank you for the support. We bring the heat, keeping it real tight. From the White House to the gutter, we report right. Welcome to the show, where we break it down. From the block to the hood table, it's all around. Sexy side profile man, the one and only Big Rick Slaps in the cake decorating diva, the one and only the hood table. With news you can use and subjects that need to be spoke. From the block to the hood, from the White House to the broke, we got many different topics and subjects. Grab your seat, get your popcorn. Let's get ready.
Those are just some of the AI songs that I was playing around with the other day. And I made a few more for the hood table in them. I'm going to play this one.
To the hood table, Big Rig Slaps and a hood table, discussing local issues, national news too, encouraging y'all to like, share, and subscribe. We bring the heat, keeping it real tight. From the White House to the gutter, we report right. Welcome to the show, where we break it down. From the block to the hood tables, all around. Sexy side profile man, the one and only Big Rig Slaps, the cake decorating diva, the one and only the hood table. With news you can use and subjects that need to be spoken about. From the block to the hood, from the White House to the gutter, we got many different topics and subjects. Grab your seat, get your popcorn, let's get ready. From education to health, we're here to run. Engage with us, spread the word far and wide. Appreciate y'all, thank you for the support. We bring the heat, keeping it real tight. From the White House to the gutter, we report right. Welcome to the show, where we break it down. From the block to the hood table, it's all around. Sexy side profile, man. One and only Big Rig Slaps, the cake decorating diva. The one and only, the hood table. With news you can use and subjects that need to be spoken about. From the block to the hood, from the White House to the gut. We got many different topics and subjects. Grab your seat, get your popcorn, let's get ready. Whoa, no, yeah. Don't say it, get the rhythm to electric dino.
Now, let me know if y'all can hear this, because I'm not sure, because I'm sharing a screen and I got my headphones in. And sometimes this won't come across on the speakers. So let me know if y'all can hear this. All right? Let me know if y'all can hear this. Hey, Watcher Boo, can you hear this song I'm playing? Because I'm sharing it in a different way. I'm sharing a window, and I'm not sure if it's coming through. Yeah, it kind of sucks because these 3 songs that I made in AI for the hood table and them, for some reason, they only came out they didn't come out as MP3s. So I don't know how to change them into MP3s. I got to learn how to transfer them into MP3s. For some reason, they downloaded as something else and not MP3s, and they sound so good. Like, they're better than the other 3 that I made. And it kind of makes me mad because they sound so good. And the only thing I hate about this one is because instead of saying table, he said fable. And I really hated that on this one because this one sounded real good. But I hate that these 3, for some reason, did not download. And for some reason, all 3 of them, it said hood fable instead of hood table. But I really like this one, but it kills me. No, they downloaded and didn't even they didn't even download as wave sounds or nothing. I don't know why they did that. I made them on a AI soundtrack type situation. And I'm gonna probably try to play around with that a little bit more because I did write my own lyrics for it. And so all I have to do is go in and refine a different AI sounding thing and whatnot to redo it. But I already had the lyrics. So my lyrics for them, for their show, it's called From the Block to the Hood Table, right? And I make a joke all the time and call Big Rig Slaps, I call him Sexy Side Profile Man. And the Hood Table, her nickname is the Cake Decorating Diva. So when I made these, basically let me go through and see if I can find out, because I know I saved it. I just got to find it. It's probably under documents instead of downloads. So let me go to, it may be under downloads. Shoot, I don't know where I saved it. I got to find it. Let me do a little search right quick because I know what I saved it as. I know it's under lyrics. Here it is. Okay. So my intro is welcome to the show, From the Block to the Hood Table. Join the conversation. And then my lyrics is, the verse is, introducing your host, Mr. Sexy Side Profile Man himself, the one, the only, Mr. Big Rig Slaps, the beautiful cake decorating diva herself, the one, the only, the Hood Table. Grab your seats and strap in. Get ready for this conversation, from the White House to the gutter and all topics in between. From education to parenting to all those topics on the scene, we're coming at you with the news you can use and things that make you think. Grab your seat and strap in and get ready for this conversation, from the White House to the gutter and all topics in between. Sit back and grab your drink. Let's get ready. Let's go. Thank you for the support. We appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. From the Block to the Hood Table, Big Rig Slaps and the Hood Table. See, I have it all down. Hold on just a minute. Yeah, I may have to do that. I may have to do that, Watcher. I may end up having to use, I do have a screen recorder for my computer also, so I may have to end up screen recording it and putting it as a background video of some kind or doing something like that. But the songs actually came out okay. But I'm thinking about trying to do a different one, because there was this, in the one that I even liked, they still messed up one of my lyrics, because that's the crazy thing about using AI, is sometimes it'll mispronunciate words, even though you have the word written correctly. It does that sometimes. But what is going on with the Diddy trial? I know that let's look at the Diddy trial update. Live updates. So Diddy trial update. Prosecution nears end with Sean Combs case. Prosecutors plan to rest their case against Sean Diddy Combs on Monday, concluding more than a month of testimony from ex-girlfriends, former employees, law enforcement agents, and other witnesses, setting up the end game of a federal trial that could put the powerful music producer and TV star in prison for life. But first, Homeland Security Special Agent Joseph Caracello must finish testimony he began Friday, summarizing dozens of freak-off parties in which Combs allegedly coerced his then-girlfriend, known to the court by the alias Jane, to have sex with other men while he directed, filmed, and masturbated, along with Cassandra Cassie Ventura, who claims Combs abused her similarly when she dated him in the late August and in the late, whoever wrote this MSNBC, they misspelled a word, and 2010s. Jane is crucial to the government's charges of sex trafficking and transportation to engage in prostitution. Combs has pled not guilty to those counts, as well as racketeering and conspiracy charges, in which he is accused of using group of trusted employees to commit and cover up crimes, including arson, kidnapping, narcotics distribution. After the prosecution rests, Combs' defense attorneys planned a much shorter presentation. On Monday, Mark Angfiliano said the defense wouldn't be calling any witnesses. A charge conference is now expected Wednesday and summitation Thursday. If the schedule holds, the jury could begin deliberation Combs' fate before the end of the week. It says at 10:59 a.m., analysis from Shana Jacobs, Court, Law Enforcement, and Criminal Justice. We're on a break until 11:15 a.m. Special Agent Joseph Cicerello is still on the stand. 10:48 a.m., analysis from Shana Jacobs, Courts, Law Enforcement, and Criminal Justice. The witness is now regarding text between accuser Jane, a court-approved alias, and Sean Combs, in which he tried to get her to travel for a freak-off in 2023. Jane told his chief of staff, Christina Coram, that she did not want to meet Combs because she felt used. It's clear you just want me there to use me for a hotel bench. You got plenty of hoes for that, Jane wrote to Combs around that time. Jane later changed her mind after chatting with Combs directly and decided to go. 10:32 a.m. Why won't Combs' defense be calling witnesses? It's not unusual for the defense team to refrain from calling witnesses at trial. They have no obligation to disprove a case because the burden is entirely on the prosecution to prove charges beyond a reasonable doubt. The fact that there will be no defense witnesses at this trial could mean that Sean Diddy Combs' team believes it has established enough doubt during its cross-examination of prosecution witnesses. It could also mean there's no witness available who could help them. Combs' team has argued that while he was violent at times, he did not coerce his accusers. Rather, the women voluntarily participated in freak-offs repeatedly over long stretches of time. According to the defense, Cassandra Cassie Ventura, arguably the most important witness for the government, sent a number of text messages and emails to Combs in which she enthusiastically talks about wanting to take part in the freak-off sessions. Ventura testified that she received a $20 million settlement with Combs after she accused him in 2023 lawsuit of years of abuse. Last year, CNN released a video of Combs punching, kicking, and dragging Ventura in a Los Angeles hotel room in 2016. Footage that tarnished Combs' reputation and exposed a history of physical violence of which the jury has seen extensive evidence. Prosecutors contend that Combs and his circle of enablers on his payroll trapped Ventura and other victims into cycles of control and intimidation, coercing them into drug-fueled sex encounters in which they did not wish to participate. 10:16 a.m. Analysis from Shana Jacobs, Courts, Law Enforcement, Criminal Justice. Homeland Security Special Agent Joseph Curciello is now discussing flight records related to accuser Jane's travel history. These records show that Sean Diddy Combs paid for Jane and others to travel to participate in freak-offs in various cities, including Los Angeles and Miami. Sean Combs appears to be taking notes in his seat as the videos are being played for the jury. He's wearing headphones to follow along. Janice Combs, who has been a regular presence at her son's trial, arrives today at the federal courthouse in downtown Manhattan. Some summations in the trial are now expected Thursday, with a charge conference scheduled the day before. There will be no defense witnesses, Sean Combs' lawyers, Mark Angafiliado, said today. The jury is about to see explicit videos that were collected during the investigation. The clips are not being shown to any members of the public or press in the courthouse due to a ruling from Judge Arian Subramanian earlier in this trial to protect the privacy of those involved. Special Agent Joseph Carcella is on the witness stand continuing his testimony Friday. He's expected to testify throughout the day. The witness is discussing additional text message and videos collected during the evidence. On Friday, the government called Joseph Carcillo to present a chart of alleged freak-off encounters involving Sean Combs and his girlfriend, who's using the court-approved alias Jane. Court prosecutors claim that 45 sex parties took place between 2021 and 2024. The last one just weeks before Combs was arrested in November by federal agents in New York City. The chart only included freak-offs that prosecutors were able to corroborate with multiple records. The government will continue questioning Carcillo on Monday, after which prosecutors plan to rest their case. So, I'm scrolling through here to see if there's any you know, that so they're right now they're doing the last of yeah, the prosecution is fixing to rest, and then supposedly Diddy's not going to have any testimony from anybody on his side. So that's all the testimony that I guess, you know, I thought they were going to bring out more people during this trial. But I will say that the rumors that the jury has watched sexually explicit videos was true. Remember when people were trying to say that that wasn't true, that the jury didn't see bad videos or sex off videos or anything like that, and somebody had leaked that from the courtroom, and people were trying to claim that no, they didn't show that stuff. They did, but the public doesn't know who was in those videos or what was in the videos themselves because they didn't show the public. Now they said that the rumor was that they had showed it in open court. That has proven to be a falsity, but so somebody did know they would eventually show the freak off videos, but they didn't show them in open court like you know, the public was said. The jury saw 12 minutes especially of video clips, and then they watched 40 minutes of more clips. So the jury themselves has had to sit through a shit ton of videos of sex offs, and it was the special agent did cite the explicit videos, but they weren't shown in open court. That was a rumor that went around during this trial. But the poor jury had to watch it all. Could you imagine being on that jury and had to watch all them freak offs and seeing, what if you saw people you be knowing and you can't say nothing? Like you saw some celebrities in that shit and you were like, oh, fuck. You know what I'm saying? But you can't say nothing because you under a gag order. So you can't tell nobody shit. Now, I will say, unless the gag order is indefinite, that after the trial ends, no matter what happens, the jury could then do their own, you know, interviews of what they saw. But it depends on how that gag order is worded. Because it depends on if the gag order is just for this trial or if they're never able to speak about what they saw in those tapes. But I believe most gag orders are just during the trial. And after the trial's over with, then you don't have a gag order anymore. So I'm sorry to whoever was in those videos, but that's not going to stay private for long. I hate to tell you that. That's not going to stay private for long, because as soon as that gag order is lifted, somebody going to speak about it that's on that jury. Somebody going to be doing an interview, and we're going to get to hear who was all in those videos. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Do y'all think, those of you who are here right now, do y'all think Diddy's fixing to get got? Do you think they've proven without a reasonable doubt that he's done all the things that they've to the 5 counts? He's including 1 count of racketeering, conspiracy, 2 counts of sex trafficking, and 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. If convicted, the most serious charge could face as much as life in prison and a minimum sentence of 15 years. Do you think he's going to get the max or the min? And do you think they're going to take a shit ton of money and property and different things from him? Like, what do you think the consequences are for him with this when it ends? What's your thought process on it? I do believe they have proven the prostitution. I do believe he is going to go to prison. I do believe with the one guy who was his drug mule coming up, they have proven, um, that he coerced these women and got them to do it. But I will say this, I thought they were going to bring more smoking guns. I thought more women would come forward. I thought more, like people we didn't know would come forward, if that makes sense. So I thought like there was going to be way more that came out during this trial than really what has happened. We knew about the Cassie Ventura stuff. The Jane person, if I'm not mistaken, is one of the Daddy Kane girls. Even though she's going by, a name. I believe we've all known about this situation, and some of these things that have happened. Is there anything that came out during this trial that you were not expecting to come out that you now are like, oh snap, didn't know that? I do believe that there will be more charges for the co-conspirators. The only ones I believe that got something signed beforehand are the ones that testified. I believe some of them refused to testify, and I believe those are the ones they're going to go after next as co-conspirators. And I hate to tell his mama, but she could be considered a co-conspirator because she does own like some of his businesses and different things, or he transferred ownership to her. Let's just say it that way. And anybody who is involved can technically get got. Just saying. But I do believe there's going to be more come out from this situation. I don't think Diddy's going to be the only one that goes down for this. I've been saying that. I don't think he's going to be the only one that goes down for this. That is true. Also, there could be other charges and other things that Diddy gets charged with and other indictments that could come down after the fact. A lot of people don't know this. This is just for these 3 indictments. I mean, look what they did to R. Kelly. R. Kelly didn't just get the 1 or 2 or 3. After they got the specific indictments, they started popping out other indictments and other things he was charged with, and in different cities and different places. So this may just be his federal charge for it, but they may also pop out in those different, like in New York, Miami, so on and so forth. They may pop out other charges in those areas or different charges. This just goes for the charges of racketeering and prostitution and things like that. There could be other charges that come out after this. These may not be the only charges that he gets. And those who co-conspired to do things with him, if they didn't sign a referendum, if they didn't get a thing, every one of them can be charged. Down to Cassie herself, if they didn't sign an agreement. If they didn't get that as part of their testimony, if they didn't get to where they could sign that they wouldn't get in trouble for it, they can technically use their testimony in open court against them and absolutely charge them. But I'm pretty sure a lot of those that testified probably did get, protection for that. And they probably did sign, and get some kind of agreement where they wouldn't get charged. I'm pretty sure they did. I don't think anybody would be stupid enough to testify in open court about crimes that you committed without getting, where a referendum where you're not going to get charged. Because I wouldn't do it. I'd make sure I have something saying, hey, I can't get in trouble for anything I've said or done in the past for this person for my testimony. I'm just wondering who else is going to get charged. That's like a wonderment. I'm pretty sure Brendan Paul, his ex-assistant, also got, where he could sign and wouldn't get in trouble for what he said or what he's done. Um, you know, I believe that but they do have the paper trails and the receipts. It's just um, it says in 2024, Forbes magazine estimated Combs' net worth to be 400 million, a significant drop from his 2019 figure of 740 million. Both Combs and his team later claimed he was a billionaire. Forbes said, despite offering no documentation to back up the claim. According to the publicly available documents and news report, Combs' most valuable personal possession is likely his 17,000 square foot 10-bedroom mansion, appraised at more than 61 million in the Tony Hills section of Holmby Hills section of Los Angeles, and it was rated part of the criminal probe and listed for sale last September. So even if he tried to sell off, I will say this, some of his stuff, he's still gonna get got. Hey, Mr. Buster, how you doing? But I don't know who's gonna get got in this after this situation. And Brendan Paul was also almost charged with what he's done. Shit, he was paying that one dude $100,000 a year to just bring him the drugs and set up his shit and all that other stuff. Could you imagine getting paid that much? Just like, yeah, that's crazy. But you could also go to jail for that shit too. So, I mean, I think it, yeah, his Tootsie Roll gonna be a tasty treat for his new cellmate. I don't think it's gonna be his Tootsie Roll they want though. You know what I mean? He gonna be somebody's. Don't drop the soap, big homie. That's all I gotta say. Don't drop the soap. Don't drop the soap. Cause you know, they might bend it over, make it pop, make it jiggle, make it shot. You know, ooh, ooh. Did he gonna be somebody's bitch? They gonna make his Tootsie Roll. They gonna take his Tootsie Roll. He gonna be doing the butterfly up in prison. Popping like it's he gonna what he did to Cassie, it gonna be done to him. Let's just say it that way. What he did to her is going to be done to him in prison. Somebody going to bust it open for him. Let's see. Let's see that to zero. Okay, I'm sorry. That song's in my head and I can't get it out, and I don't know why. Yeah, Pete Diddler gonna be into Pooh Data soon, but he gonna be in jail. He gonna be like, yes. He gonna be turning from holla to whoo. He gonna be going hooty hoo in prison, y'all. He gonna be going hooty hoo in prison. I'm sitting here looking right now. I will say also, this stuff with Iran, um, and Israel. The only thing that I'm worried about is where um, it says confirmed U.S. B-2 strikes using massive ordnance penetrators on Iran's biggest enrichment facility built 40 meters underground. Confirmed missile strikes on Science and Technology Center, which IAEA monitors say has been extensively damaged. Confirmed U.S. B-2 strike using massive ordnance penetrators and a rich facility built into the mountains. Israel seeks to wrap up conflict with Iran soon. Israel-Iran latest Israel strikes Tehran prison and Fordo nuclear site. So there, there's a lot going on there. It's a lot going on now. This is some mess, y'all. This is some mess. Let me take this to where it's at least looks better. I don't and we're gonna listen to this. This is a newest situation. I think I'm worried about this. I know, right, Mr. Buster? It all went crazy, didn't it? Oh, and Watcher, I didn't get called out for being a mod. I didn't get called out for being a mod. Why was it only Lacey? Because I was in there too. And I know it showed up as I had a little wrenchy wrench too. And why did he go off on Miss Betty? I didn't hear because I think that live got deleted. What all did he say to Miss Betty? Like, I heard he said some really fucked up shit to Miss Betty about the situation when it had nothing to do with Miss Betty, just because he thought that Miss Betty, how would Miss Betty be able to hand a wrench out anyway if she's not a managing moderator? Like, and would Miss Betty wouldn't do that without permission anyway? Like, why did he attack Miss Betty? Like, I don't know. And I don't know why he does that, though, about a thing where he'll say he didn't say something, but he did say it. Because I did hear him say that you did something to your child. And I've heard him say that before. And even with the situation with me, he said that it was all my fault why JT was attacking me. And if I knew I had a special needs child, then I shouldn't have said nothing at all. And it was basically blamed the whole situation on me, knowing that's stupid as fuck. Like, that makes no sense. It is crazy, Mr. Bush. You got to try to catch up. Supposedly they, okay, so what had happened was what I had saw. Now, Aaron claims, okay, I'm going to do a breakdown for you. Aaron claims that Miss Michelle put out all her info and all that. I didn't see that, okay? I did not see that. They said it went to Facebook too. I didn't see none of that. I didn't see none of the shit on Facebook, so I have no idea what happened on Facebook. And there were a few videos that were deleted, supposedly. Now, Eric and Aaron went over to Michelle's house. And I didn't know that was the brother. I thought that was the daddy, but it was supposedly the brother. And Eric claims that they were spraying him with pepper spray or mace or something like that. And that's why he was swinging the flag and whatnot, and was trying to knock the pepper spray or mace out of his hand. And then he was swinging the flag at him. All I saw in the video, and this is what I saw. I may have not have saw the pepper spray or the mace. I do know that his eye was all fucked up, and it did look like he got sprayed, but I didn't know. I thought he had gotten sprayed before he was swinging that thing. I thought that the spray happened before then, but he said that the spray happened while he was swinging the flag, the American flag. So I saw him swinging at the woman. The woman, I think, just didn't get hit with the pole part, just the flag part. And then I saw the dude, though. He did hit the dude with the flag part. I saw that part. And he claims that the dude was spraying mace. I mean, he was trying to hit the dude's hand to knock the mace out of his hand or whatever. And then he supposedly took the dude to the ground. I saw that part. And then I saw the old girl was behind the car the whole time talking shit. And then she went up to the dude that was on the ground, the brother, and was talking all kind of mad shit before the video ended. And she was like she was acting like she was gonna kick the dude while he was down, while Eric had him down. And then supposedly Michelle's daddy came out there and popped old girl upside the head with a brick. And old girl was all busted up and shit. Now I do know that Michelle said herself that the only thing she was upset about was she felt lied to. That she felt lied to. Like, Eric was playing games with her and Aaron. He was claiming he wasn't with Aaron. He was lying about the situation, that he only felt sorry for Aaron, that he had nothing for her. And by what I gather, Michelle and Aaron aren't friends, but she's known of her. They all live in the same area. And so they've known each other or about each other for a very long time. Now, physically meeting each other or like being besties or friends and things like that didn't happen. Eric claimed that he knew about her in like 2019 or something like that, 2020. I forget exactly what year. But they became cool after that. They weren't like, I know everything about your life kind of situation friends. They were more like, I know of you kind of friends. And they all live in the general area. And Eric was sending D-pics to Michelle. I believe, this is my opinion. This is my personal opinion on the matter. I believe don't play those games. Don't lead women on. Don't Don't do that. Here's the thing, even if you tell him you're just playing or you're it here's the thing. He may have said to her, I'm single, I'm gonna do what I want with whoever I want. But did he make it clear to her that it would never be nothing more than that? Because if he led her on as if in you know, yeah, we'll meet up. Yeah, it's cool. She's not a mind reader. She don't know what he's thinking if he's not being straightforward. Because in those text messages that he claims that he posted to his YouTube channel, really to me doesn't clear up shit. Doesn't clear up shit. That's just my personal opinion. It does show that she was flirting with him. And it showed to me that he said, yeah, but ain't it going to rain? It was like you're being passive aggressive and not going, hey, look, I like you, but not like that. We're never going to meet up. You know, like instead of being straightforward, like a straight shooter. When I mean straight shooter, you cannot lead someone on as if you're going to be in a relationship, even if you're trying to push them off in a nice way. They are not reading your mind if you're not saying it point blank, period. And when I mean point blank, period, you got to sit there and say, hey, you know, right now we sexting, right? But it ain't going to be nothing more than that. I don't want to meet up with you. This is all it's ever going to be. When you are talking to someone like that, you got to straight up tell them, hey, this is all it's ever going to be. We're never going to be in a relationship. I'm not ready for a relationship. I won't be ready for a relationship. Please do not think that you're going to be in a relationship with me. That's never going to happen. Right now, we're just friends with benefits. You've got to straight up, even if you're trying to be nice or mull things over or smooth things over, you have to be point blank, period with it. You know what I'm saying? And if you're flirting with someone and constantly doing it, even if you're brushing them off, you're still leading them on to think that more could happen. So you got to realize that if you're using a woman for when you're lonely and your need to jack off hits, and she's the one you reach out to every time, eventually she can grow feelings. Yes, she thinks that it could turn into something more because you're not being straight up and honest with her with 100%. You're playing mind games, point blank, period. You're trying to have your cake and eat it too. You're trying to play around with all these women at the same time, and that's what leads into issues. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to be a hoe, be an honest hoe. Tell bitches how you feel. Okay? Be like, yo, look, I'm lonely. I'm by myself. I'm single. If you want to play every once in a while, we can play, but that's all it's ever going to be. It's never going to turn into anything else. So please don't set your mind to think it's ever going to turn into anything else. I do not want a relationship whatsoever. It's never going to turn into one. You have to be point blank, period. Trying to be and I'm quote unquote saying this like y'all can see me with bunny ears. The nice person, because people can't read your mind. If you're still flirting with the person, you're still sending sexting to them when you're picking them up when you want to play a game with them, that's a dangerous game to play. Because that situation we just saw, okay. Yeah. I think that here's the thing. I think all parties involved should have been straight up honest with each other. 100% honest with each other. And if you knew a guy was playing you and gaslighting you, don't take the shit. Don't let it get to that point. Don't get jealous and don't go after Aaron. Go after him. He's the one that you should be going after, not the other woman. I don't know why women do that. Here's the thing. If you're talking to a dude and he decides, or let's say you're in a relationship with a dude and he decides to go outside the relationship, he is at fault. Do not blame the other woman. Go after him. He's the guilty party. That's where I would say, like, she should have went after him. And no matter what decision, now I can understand. Now I will say, Michelle did say the other girl was sending her all kinds of text messages. I don't know what was said behind the scenes. I think the best way to clear this shit up for all parties involved, in my opinion, is to screen record the text messages from the very beginning. From the very beginning, text messages, IG chats, Facebook chats, whatever y'all were sending on. Screen record it from the very beginning. Don't skip over what you said. Don't just show what they said, and show every bit of it unedited. Unedited. Now I can understand blurring out the D-pic. Blur out nasty photos that y'all sent to each other. I get that. But show everything from the beginning to the end, and let the if you're going to bring it to the YouTube streets and you want to clear it up on the YouTube streets, that's the way to do it. Keep your receipts. Show your receipts. It's going to prove without a shadow of doubt, and people are going to bring up, then have their own opinions and clear it up. Like, in my opinion, you want to clear this shit up, play it from the, like, all the text messages from the very beginning of time. Don't edit shit out. The only thing I would say to blur out would be dirty photos. Like if y'all sent some explicit photos to each other, blur those out. Yes, we don't want to see that shit. None of us want to see that shit. But the actual texts themselves, show every bit of it. I don't care if it makes you look bad or good. Show every bit of it. That'll clear that shit up in a heartbeat. Screen record the entirety of all the text messages. Every single one. Not just one or two, and then not showing what you're saying. And only screenshotting one or two that kind of prove what you say. No. Show every fucking bit of it. Show what you've been saying. Like, that's going to prove the truth. If you've been leading somebody on, it'll prove it in the text. If you've not been leading somebody on and you've been telling them, here's the thing, Eric, you want to clear yourself up, right? For the situation with Michelle, that you didn't lead her on. Show a definite text message that where you specifically told her that it'll never be a relationship between you two. That y'all just, that you're single and you're playing around. And that you specifically told her that there will never be nothing between y'all. That's all you got to do. You don't even have to show the whole text messages per se. But you got to show where you've told her that it was just you playing. You got to show, because if you didn't tell her point blank period that there will never be a relationship, she may have thought there was, because you wasn't straight with her. You were pussyfooting around the subject, which is leading her on. Which a lot of dudes do when they sext a lot of different women. And if you did do that, just fucking admit to it. But like, yeah, you know, we were talking, you know, I left the door open. I didn't really tell her. I should have said, you know, wasn't ever nothing going to be between us ever. Not never. And maybe I just didn't say it point blank period. Maybe I thought she knew. Maybe I assumed. And I was just assuming like an asshole. And my assumption was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Admit your faults when you fuck up. Admit your faults. Like, yeah, I should have maybe been more straightforward. Maybe I should have said it this way. And maybe I just thought she saw me brushing her off. And maybe I thought she knew. You know, because I was kind of cold to her. You being kind of cold to her and doing those things is just playing what we call a hot and cold game. That isn't a definite for people. You have to tell somebody. Girl, I know how it is, girl. I don't know if you know, Bambi, if you've seen the Eric Foss and Michelle meltdown thing, but Michelle ain't his moderator no more, and they had a big scuffle, and Eric went over to Michelle's house with the Aaron chick, and some shit went down, and Eric got sprayed with mace. Other dude got hit with a fucking flag, and Aaron got hit in the head with a brick. Girl, it was crazy this weekend. It was psycho. It was cray-cray. A lot of the evidence has been taken out. A lot of the evidence has been taken down. But Watcher Crazy does have a video of some of the fight. Not the fullity of the fight, but some of it. She has some of it. But yeah, he crashed out a little bit on live. He really did. he did have a little crash out. So supposedly, that happened. And they're no longer cool. And I'm gonna say this: if he didn't definitely tell Michelle to her on text message, on the phone, or something, we will never be in a relationship. And this is just playing for me. This is just sexting. She could have perceived it as something else because he didn't tell her. And here's the thing: a lot of dudes do that when they're playing that game with a lot of different women. They'll play the hot and cold game. They'll brush them off and only pick them up when they're lonely, when they need somebody to play with. They have a bunch of different women they do it with. That causes problems. Trust me, I know. I had a friend exactly like that. He was a hoe. Okay? Had a friend exactly like that. You know what I mean? I've had a male friend that was exactly like that. And if you were playing those games, just admit to it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I swear to God. I swear to God. And here's the thing, Miss Bambi. I didn't know that Michelle, Aaron, and Eric all live in the same area. They live in like very close proximity to each other. Like, I didn't know all that. I thought that Michelle and him had been friends for many, many years. That was also a falsity. They hadn't been friends that damn long, like besties or nothing like that. They knew of each other because they're from the same area. You know, when you're from small town USA, you know shit about each other kind of situation. Like, you know of each other. You don't know each other. There's a difference. The way it made it seem, hell, I thought Michelle and Eric was in a fucking relationship, or at least something. And then for a while there, I thought that Eric may actually had an old lady living with him. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I don't care about his personal life to that extreme. Really don't. Because I got too much going on in mine. But it was brought to the YouTube streets. And if it's brought to the YouTube streets, we're going to speak about it. You know? It is what it is. If it's brought on the streets, we're going to speak about it. And it was brought to the streets. So people had questions. So Watcher tried to go up there and ask questions. Hey, did you lead her on? Which is what a lot of people were under the assumption of. And he was kind of drunk, so he went off instead of listening and paying attention and said some really untoward things. When all he had to say was, no, it's like, look, you don't understand what's going on because you're only getting part of the story. Let me tell you my side. You know what I'm saying? That's why, that's the same thing, Miss Bambi. I try to tell folks, keep your personal life off this shit. But you shouldn't also be sleeping where you lay your head at the same time. You shouldn't be trying to fuck your, excuse my French, you shouldn't be trying to fuck your moderators. Or sexting your moderators, or having personal, that kind of relationships, or speaking that way to your moderators, because that's just shitting where you sleep. You know how they always say, don't shit where you sleep? That's just, you're fixing to cause yourself some fucking issues. Don't do that shit. Don't play around with people in your audience either, because you're gonna fuck up, and this same situation is gonna come to light every time. If you're gonna be a man whore, at least don't do it with people right there in your audience. And especially your moderators. That's gonna cause a problem. Like, he didn't think this would come to light if he pissed her off. He didn't think she would expose some shit if she got mad, if he was playing with her feelings. Come on now, you ain't that dumb. You smarter than that shit. At least I hope you are. When you piss off a woman scorned, are you crazy? But supposedly that shit went real life and stuff, which is crazy to me. Now, they said that Michelle was threatening to dox and or lay out all the information on Aaron. I didn't see that part. And I didn't see her talk about Aaron's child or her cancer or none of that stuff. They said it also happened on Facebook. Well, here's the problem you have. Some people gonna watch YouTube, but they ain't gonna watch your Facebook, so they have no idea what the fuck happened on Facebook. So y'all telling a story on 3 different platforms. How's people supposed to keep up? What you do, if this is a thing that is happening, screen record everything, come on your live, play the screen recordings, and debunk it all. You don't go meet up at somebody's house. You don't go act like Billy Joe Badass. Because what did we just see happen to the YouTubers in Vegas? What did we just see happen? Are we going to learn our lessons? Well, I mean, supposedly there was a fight that ensued. People got, hit with bricks and sprayed with mace and all this other stuff. So nobody called the cops on each other. Although supposedly the cops were out looking for Eric and they were in helicopters and all this shit. Whatever. It was just unnecessary internet drama. But they not friends no more, and that's the thing. So you can catch some of it on Watchers, some of it on Michelle's, and some, I think Eric may have removed some of his videos. And I think Michelle removed some of her videos. I think some of hers are still up. By what I see, the live stream here, I'll go look at the live button. The live stream where she said the stuff about old girl is still up. It's called Okay Bitch. That's the name of it. It happened 2 days ago. So there is that is still on her channel. So that's still up. Okay. And then they claimed that also Michelle unmodded everybody because somebody was deleting comments. She also did something to her leg, so she was in the hospital. Then if you go over to, let me see, I believe Eric Foss may have deleted those shorts and videos off of his channel. So he did do one 20 hours ago called Liars and Losers. That one is still up. He deleted the other one. I believe the shorts are also gone of the fight itself. I don't see them on there, so I believe they're gone. Let me check the videos and make sure. Yes, they're all gone. But if you go over to Watcher of Crazies, she has the short. In fact, if you would like, if Watcher doesn't mind, which I don't think she would, I'll play it here for you to see it right quick. Michelle Meltdown. Hold on, I'll share you the channel right quick, so you can kind of get. And I'll actually share the exact video of where it all started. This is where it all started. I'll show you. I'm going to share Michelle's video from that actual thing. Let's see. Share. Copy. Okay, this is from the actual video right here that started it all. So if y'all want to get caught up or whatnot. Watcher of Crazy also has partial of the live stream. I'm going to share that of what I believe. Hold on, let me make sure. I believe, I'm not sure. I think that one may not be on there because of possible copyright. Okay, so that was taken off. But the short from that, she still has up, which is, I'll show you right quick. I'll present screen. Hold on. Okay, so this is partially of the fight. It's not all of it. They said there was 2 videos, but I don't know if anybody got both of them on screen record. So I'm just going to show the one that I know about. Okay. Make sure the volume's all the way up so you can hear everything. Let's make sure this is as big. This is as big as I can get it, y'all. I can't make it no bigger. I apologize.
Girl, where the fuck you at? Just me and you, bitch. Me and you. You're fucking trash.
Your daughter is fucking playing with my girl.
Oh, you're fucking trash.
Took their American sign.
Take their fucking flag. They're not Americans.
Film it.
I got.
Goddamn flag right
Shut
now.
the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. What are you gonna do? Oh, tell your fucking daughter. Tell your fucking trash ball daughter to come outside. You beat him with a flag. You fucking Yo, you done fucked up, stupid. Michelle, where are you at, Michelle? Where are you at, Michelle? Bitch, get that fucking dirt ball off you. That clown. You're a fucking loser. Your daughter's a trash ball.
No, you are.
Okay, cool. Listen, I don't lose sleep over trash balls that call me names. I promise. I ain't losing sleep over you. Hold on, let me come get this, Mom. What is this, her retard brother? Is this her reject brother?
I don't know who you playing with.
You ain't playing with you, motherfucker. Get the fuck off before I fucking come at you.
Come on.
Come outside, Michelle.
So that's all the fight that we saw. Yeah. And so this is, I'm going to share this too. So for those who want, go back and watch this. This is from Watcher's channel. And so the live that he had afterward, that where she showed that she got hit, Aaron got hit in the head with a brick and was all busted up. That live has since been deleted. So a lot of the information that was released has been deleted. So a lot of the information, a lot of the lives and things like that were deleted. But that's what's available right now. And while he was live, he had it turned on his StreamYard to where you can share it right to your channel. And so that's what Watcher did. She was in his background sharing it to her channel, which you can do if you have that turned on. I have that turned off on my StreamYard. Thank you, Mr. Jim Coddington, the best Jim, the only Jim. Oh, and look, Mr. Buster got it. Ooh. So the videos are no longer available. You had to have been there, I guess, to see it. But so when you're on your StreamYard, you can turn that off. And he didn't. Hey, CFM Queen. Hey, Beauty. He didn't know that you could do that, right? And I'm like, you have to turn that off on if you don't want nobody restreaming your stream. You know what I'm saying? And so she was streaming his stream, and we were over there in her stream, and he couldn't figure out how Lacey had a mod stick. She doesn't have a mod stick on your channel, Eric. Neither do I. It showed I had a mod stick too. You know what I'm saying? And if Cut and Shoot would have came in there and other people that had mod sticks, it was showing up, right? And so he thought Miss Betty had given people mod sticks. He cursed out Miss Betty, which he said then he has apologized to Miss Betty. I wish Miss Betty would go live and say her piece and how she felt about that situation, because I haven't seen that yet. If she did, I may have missed it over the weekend because obviously I get busy on weekends. But supposedly, he cussed out Miss Betty when Miss Betty Hayward, and when she didn't have shit to do with none of that. So Miss Betty just got cursed out for no apparent reason. I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. Now I did see Miss Danielle giving him hell in chat over that. Like, hey, you cussed out Betty for no fucking reason. There was no reason for that. I don't care if you don't know how YouTube works. You shouldn't have came at her that way. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know all of what he said to Miss Betty because I missed that part. I didn't see that. So I don't know what all he said to Miss Betty. But child, it was a lot of drama this weekend. I know, right? And here's my thing. The part I didn't like about that video, and I'm going to tell you this, was at the very end. To me, now this is my personal opinion. I don't know Miss Aaron whatsoever. But that is a bitch move to go up there and try to hit somebody or say, don't make me be blah, blah, blah this. You talking big and bad while Eric has the dude held down. I didn't like that. I don't know about y'all, but I didn't like that. I did not like that. This part right here is the part that I don't like.
So, tough girl, where the fuck you at? Just me and you, bitch. Me and you.
Right here, it's this part right here.
Before I fucking come at you. Get this, mom. What is this, her retard brother? Is this her reject brother?
I'm playing with you.
He ain't playing with you, motherfucker. Get the fuck off before I fucking come at you.
Get the F off before I come at you. That's the part I don't like. That makes you, to me, that makes you weak sauce. To have to come after somebody when they're already down. You stand behind a car all the way up until that point. That to me, that's some weak shit. Like you're gonna come around the car after the fact and say, "Don't make me do something to you." That's when you're talking big and tough when somebody's already down. No, thank you. I don't like that. Now, if y'all were gonna fight head up, what it is. But to me, that this part right here is the part that gets me.
He ain't playing with you, motherfucker. Get the fuck off before I fucking come at you.
See how the tone changed and how the speaks changed and all that shit? Now, I don't see, I'm going to replay this again. Tell me if y'all see anybody spraying mace.
Oh, tough girl, where the fuck you at? Just me and you, bitch. Me and you. You're fucking trash.
Yo, your daughter is fucking playing with my girl.
Oh, you're fucking trash.
Took their American sign.
Take their fucking flag. They're not Americans.
Film it.
I got. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. What are you gonna do? Oh, tell your fucking daughter. Tell your fucking trash ball daughter to come outside. You beat him with a flag. You fucking. Yo, you done fucked up, stupid. Michelle, where are you at, Michelle?
Let's rewind that one more time. Hold on. I'm zooming in to 250 so y'all can see it a little bit better. We're gonna start from about right here, right? And I'm gonna zoom in, and I'm trying to figure out because he said that he got sprayed with mace, and I'm gonna try to scroll down a little. Well, I don't know if I can scroll down. Let me on 300 sound. I think 300 be pretty good. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Oh, not that far.
Oh, tough girl.
Oh, now it's messed up. Hold on.
Me and you. You're fucking trash.
Let's go up.
Your daughter is fucking playing with my girl.
Let's redo that right quick, and let's zoom in.
Oh, tough girl, where the fuck you at? Just me and you, bitch. Me and you. You're fucking trash.
Yo, your daughter is fucking playing with my girl.
Oh, you're fucking trash.
Took their American sign.
Take their fucking flag. They're not Americans.
Film it.
I got. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. What are you gonna do? Oh, tell your fucking daughter. Tell your fucking trash ball daughter to come outside. You beat him with a flag. You fucking. Yo, you done fucked up, stupid. Michelle, where are you at, Michelle? Where are you at, Michelle? Bitch, get that fucking dirt ball off you. That clown.
I myself did not just see the spray. I didn't see it. I'm trying to see it. Make sure you have a good day, and I hope the doctor's goes well. And good morning, Miss Beth. I don't think people using their brain anymore. Miss Beth. And you recorded it and put it on YouTube, but said you didn't want nothing on YouTube, but you yourself released it trying to be a Billy Joe badass. Right? I'm going to redo this one more time.
Oh, tough girl, where the fuck you at? Just me and you.
I'm trying to see. I did see a hand go up, so maybe that was when it happened.
Me and you.
And I did see, like,
You're fucking
I heard the
trash.
pole hit. Listen right quick so y'all can hear it.
Daughter is fucking playing with my girl.
Oh, you're fucking trash.
Took their American sign.
Take their fucking flag. They're not Americans.
Film it.
I got.
Goddamn flag right
Shut
there.
the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. What are you gonna do? Oh, tell your fucking daughter. Tell your fucking trash ball daughter to come outside. You beat him with a flag. You fucking. Yo, you done fucked up, stupid. Michelle, where are you at, Michelle? Where are you at, Michelle? Bitch, get that fucking dirt ball off you. That clown. You're a fucking loser. Your daughter's a trash ball.
No, you are.
Okay, cool. Listen, I don't lose sleep over trash balls that call me names. I promise. I ain't losing sleep over you. Hold on, let me come get this, mom. What is this? Her retard brother? Is this her reject brother?
I'm not playing with you.
He ain't playing with you, motherfucker. Get the fuck off before I fucking come at you.
Come on.
Come outside, Michelle, tough girl. Where the fuck you at? Just me and you, bitch. Me and you.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. This does not make you a tough guy. And to me, you know, you're recording yourself doing something illegal on top of that and posting it to there. I wouldn't have showed nobody that video, not a nair nutter, to show that I'm a big bad Billy Joe badass. But then she also showed that he had busted her in her head with a brick. Well, here's the thing: if you're on their property, it's depending on what state you live in. Because here's the thing: if that was not a mutual state, it depends on if it's a mutual combat state, right? Because then that would be considered mutual combat. If it's not a mutual combat state and you show up at somebody's house, calling them out and saying those things, that could be considered threats and totally could be considered whatever they did to you is not considered assault. It's vice versa because you came to them, not the other way around. You were the aggressor. So it does depend on a couple of things in the eyes of the law. I don't know if their state is a mutual combat state. Let me actually look that up. So I just looked it up, and it says in Maryland, physical altercations between consenting individuals, often referred to as mutual combat, carry significant legal consequences. Even mutually agreed upon altercations can result in criminal charges if they threaten public peace or safety. But it does not absolve you from that. Also, I believe you have to agree upon things like that, and showing up to somebody's house is not necessarily agreement per se. Miss Beth, I will say that no, I agree with you. To me, all that mouthing off does show ignorance. If someone don't come outside within 2 to 3 minutes, you should leave. And you shouldn't have showed up in the first place, in my opinion. Because here's the thing. If you show up to someone's house uninvited, that's called trespassing, right? And if they feel that their life is in danger, they can do whatever they need to to protect their home. Going up on someone's front porch and grabbing their property, even if it was an American flag and on the floor, is considered theft. It is considered petty theft. There are so many crimes right there in that one video. That you could be charged with. And even if her father picked up a brick, it could be that he was in fear of his life. Do you understand that? Like it's just because Michelle's father or family didn't press charges. Because they had enough to press charges on you and get you for trespassing and get you for all these things. Even if you tried to press back, all he would get would be a simple assault or there's a possibility he wouldn't even get charged. It's a possibility. This shit ain't no joke. Y'all got to be careful breaking these damn laws and doing this shit. Yeah, they broke the threshold pretty much, Miss Bambi, and should have never done that because technically that could be considered you're in fear for your life, so you have to do what you do to protect yourself. Now, I don't know what Maryland's laws are on trespassers and how far you can go to protect yourself in Maryland. Because there are certain things that you have to go by in order to do certain things. But yeah, when you trespass, there are certain things that can happen to you and you can't press charges for it because you were on someone else's land. Hey, Mr. Cowboy Mosh. No, you can ask as many questions on. If you want to jump up on the panel, you may do so. I'll invite you up if you would like. Now, I may or may not put up my banner if I don't know it's like, because I've never had you on my panel before. But yeah, you may come up at any time that you wish to. I will say that this entire situation should not have been, I guess, I would say, pressed to this extreme, in my opinion. Because this could have wound up so much different and people could have really got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if somebody's talking about crap about you on the internet, does not necessarily mean you need to pull up per se and do these things. Because in different areas, like in Mississippi, Texas, oh, it is Mr. Mosh. Okay, just make sure. Hey, Mr. Mosh, I'll just make sure it's really you. I was like, don't let it be some random.
Yeah, I kind of, long story, I kind of was napping, so I didn't want to be on camera, but I can wave.
Oh, yeah, you don't have to be on camera. Yeah. If you don't.
Yeah, I'm way behind, so sorry to ask, like, dumb questions. I know neither of these two females. It looked like he was just meeting or hanging out with the one girl, what's her name, Michelle?
Yeah, it's, he's actually hanging out with Aaron. He was talking to Michelle. I don't think him and Michelle ever actually met up, but he had sent her D-pics. They were talking in a manner, you know, that she may have assumed that there was something more, and he says there wasn't. So it was like, you know, when certain males try to play with a bunch of different females at one time, I believe it might have been a situation like that. Miss Michelle said the reason she was so upset was not because he was dating someone else or anything like that. She knew they wasn't exclusive. It was because she felt lied to because he had stated that he didn't like Aaron. He would never be with her, that he felt sorry for her and all this other stuff. And if he had just told her the truth, she wouldn't even been upset at all. And he had asked her for money while he was laying his head with this other girl.
Like I said, I know nothing. So Like the girl that's in the video yelling, who's that?
That's Erin. The lady that's yelling is named Erin, or Bossy. I think her name on YouTube is Bossy Bitch or Bossy Babe Bitch or something like that. I don't know her. I don't really know her at all. I've caught the story from Mrs. Michelle's live and part of Eric's. So I've been trying to put the pieces together, if that makes sense. But there's a lot of things that they say that happened on Facebook and behind the scenes that obviously are not what we see or consume.
So the StreamYard video I seen on YouTube with Eric and Michelle side by side, that's fake or AI, or they were not together?
Well, I guess they did meet up then. He claims that he kept trying to push her off, that he didn't want nothing to do with her, that, he kept trying to make up excuses. So as far as I know, that's what he stated. I believe that he was playing both sides.
Yeah, like both of these are, one of them's a real girl, one's an ex-girl or something.
I believe that he was talking to Miss Michelle and Miss Erin at the same time. And I believe, this is my personal opinion, I believe that Miss Michelle thought that their thing would be so much more, and or felt that, he was actually trying to build a relationship with Erin and he lied about it. And I think that's what bothered her the most, was that he was lying to her about his situation with Erin. Like, he was actually had Erin at his house, staying with her, being in her backyard. That's where he's gone these 2 weeks, is he's been with the Erin girl.
So so Michelle lives there?
They all live in the same general area. And
why were they going to that house?
That's Michelle's house. They pulled up to her house. Or that's her parents' house. That's where she stays. So they were pulling up to where they thought Michelle was staying, or to her parents' house. That was her parents. The one that he had in a headlock was her brother. At first I thought that was the father, but somebody corrected me and that was the brother. Eric claims that the brother sprayed him with pepper spray, so that's why he swung the flag, and then he took him down. And then supposedly after this video ends, Michelle's father hits the Erin girl upside the head with a brick, and I mean busted her up so bad she was bleeding, all this other stuff, because that live was up, but it's since been taken down. So a lot of people didn't get to see that live if they wasn't there. Supposedly Michelle called the cops, but then didn't. Supposedly there were cops looking for Eric, but there wasn't. So there's been a lot of back and forth, and he said, she said type situation. He also posted on his community wall. Let me bring this up for y'all so y'all can see. Let me get on YouTube right quick and type in his page. On his community wall, he posted text messages to prove that he supposedly didn't lead Miss Michelle on at all. I don't know if they're still up or not. Let me go see his community wall right quick. Okay, here. Okay, here we go. So this is what he's posted on his community wall. Supposedly proof that he did not lead her on. So I'm going to show y'all that. I'm going to present screen, share screen. So this is what Eric has posted. Right here, he says, since people want to call the police, and here's the actual law, Maryland is not a stand your ground. So if I was walking away, you come out with mace, which is not concealed, and shoot me in the face, then you were the one breaking law. Just defending myself per the law of Maryland. That's one of the things he's posted. And then he posted here, here's more. Thank God I didn't go. So much for me leading anyone on. And this is the one in gray is Michelle's text. That's what he said. I was going to invite you over sometime, but I can't imagine you want to come around now. Tim is nuts, and I don't know why he told me that stuff anyway. I don't know who Tim is. And then he says, I'm feeling all right. She says, that's good. Do you still want to chill this weekend? Just let me know what's up. And he goes, yeah, I got to figure a few things out. I'll let you know. Is it supposed to rain tomorrow? Question. And then this is, since people like to play victim and say I sent unsolicited pictures, please stop with the victim stuff. I have messages here. She wanted me to come chill at her house. I use my better judgment. Thank God this is the kind of woman that gives women who are assaulted a bad name because they play victim. Imagine if I would have took her up on her offer. She's the type that would lie on a man if he didn't want to be with her. That's what he's claiming. It's a picture of her body, but clothed. Can you bench me? I guess they were talking about bench pressing. And then she sent him this picture of, those are cuffs and collars and rope and ball gag and different stuff in a box. It says, and she asked him, do you like this kind of stuff? I've never used it. LOL. But to me, that doesn't prove that he didn't lead her on. None of that does. Because right here it says, yeah, I got to figure out a few things. So he's still saying he's going to hang out with her, but is it supposed to rain? So that he said that was his way of pushing her off. But most people wouldn't see it that way. They would be like, oh, okay, so you may not be able to in case it rains or something. But that's not definitely saying I want nothing to do with you.
Is this guy supposed to be like the new Fabio or something?
I don't know, but I do note that this all came to light over the weekend, and it's all went down within like a 24-hour span that it started out. Michelle started her live. This is the live right here. I'll show you. I'm not going to play the live because it's Miss Michelle's live, but this right here, it says OKB. That was the start of everything. And when Miss Michelle came live and said her piece, he was in the chat. They had a little back and forth conversation. He never hit the link. And then supposedly Miss Michelle was mad at Aaron because Aaron had been sending her all kind of stuff on text messages and threatening her and saying things. So Miss Michelle then started supposedly doxing her or releasing information or some stuff. That's what Eric's girl, the Aaron girl, said on Eric's live, and that's what led to them pulling up and stuff like that. And then the situation I showed y'all with the video of them pulling up, that's just part of the fight. That's not the entirety of everything that happened, because there was 2 different shorts. Only one of them survived. The other one got deleted unless somebody else has it that I don't know about. So the second short is no longer, I can't show it to y'all. I don't know where it's at because he deleted it off his show or his channel. And he has since deleted the video that he did the other day. As you can see, he has this one still up, and it's talking about the situation a little bit, but there was one that was there was 1 or 2 that was in between here, and the shorts that were up of it are also no longer up. So some of the information has been deleted off of here.
I'll let you go ahead and go back to your show. Thank you so much.
Oh yes, sir. I was just trying to explain to the people what happened this weekend.
Yeah,
It was crazy.
yeah. It's crazy stuff.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's hard to keep up sometimes.
At least it didn't end up like the people in Vegas.
Facts. And that's what I'm trying to tell people is these precautionary tales. This could have ended up so much worse. Thank God nobody got seriously injured. Have a good day, Mr. Mosh. But yeah, and then I did hear, Mr. Jim, that he did call Miss Betty a lot of things because when Watcher was restreaming from StreamYard his show on hers, which she's since taken that down because obviously it was his show. So I guess she took it down because of copyright. She probably still has it, Watcher. But he did in that show say some untoward things about Watcher and her child. And then supposedly cussed out Miss Betty because y'all know on Miss Watcher's channel, Lacey H has a mod stick on her channel. So he kept trying to figure out how Lacey had a mod stick on his channel because he was only seeing the comments from StreamYard. And if somebody has a moderator stick, when you look at their comments in StreamYard, I'm going to bring up one of my mods just right here. Like right here. You can see that Mr. Buster has a wrench by his name. So in StreamYard, all you see is a wrench. Well, when you're double streaming, the other people's chat shows up in the double stream, and their moderators also show up in your stream when you're double streaming, right? And so he couldn't understand how Lacey H had one, how I had one. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he started going off. And then so Betty was supposed to be the only mod, and I don't know if she has a managing moderator stick, but that's his reasoning for going off on Miss Betty, which to me is no reasoning, because you shouldn't have done that. But I had heard he called Miss Betty a lot of things. Yeah. So, you know, I do feel bad for Miss Betty because she was dragged into something that had nothing to do with her and was cussed out for no apparent reason at that point. She wasn't even there. To tell y'all, Miss Betty wasn't even there. I didn't see her in chat not one time. Yeah, that is true, Wide Load. You're still out driving while intoxicated, trying to fight the malicious intent. That's crazy in my opinion, especially being under the influence, going to someone's house and ready to fight, because that is a very dangerous situation. This could have wound up a lot more crazy than what it actually happened. Thank God that nothing really terrible happened and nobody lost life, because this could have been and wound up in that situation. Could have very well been that. If you feel threatened for your life, you have every right to protect yourself and to defend yourself. So I'm just glad that with whatever this situation was, that nobody got seriously, you know, injured, or, I mean, there were some injuries, obviously, but no, like, life-threatening injuries. Let me say it that way. And that no one went to jail, so nobody really called the cops on each other as far as I know. There could be some paperwork out there. I've not seen it as of yet. So far it's just a bunch of stuff on the internet, people talking a lot of smack, people pulling up and crazy stuff like that. Thank God no one got unalived, because look at the situation we just had in Vegas. Look at that situation. Look how bad this could have wound up. That's what I'm trying to tell people. You know what I'm saying? I did catch part of Eric Foss's rebuttal. I saw the fact of the girl with all the blood on her. I didn't see her on camera when she first started. I saw the picture that Watcher was talking about, the picture where she was busted up and got hit with a brick. To me, this is crazy. Imagine during these scuffles, if one of them had fallen, and imagine if they had been unalived. Like, these things could wound up so much different. And thank you, God, that everybody's, are you okay, CFM Queen Love? Please make sure that you sit down and drink some water and don't get too hot or anything like that. They were in Maryland, so I don't know. I don't know what Maryland's laws are on stand your ground. I don't know what their laws are. Well, they had been, you know, partying and living it up and all that. Now, I'm not sure. I know they were under the influence of something, drinking, whatever it might be, when they came on live, but I'm not sure if they were during the fight. I don't know. And I'm not going to put that jacket without definite proof, just because I'm that type of person. I'm not sure if they were drinking at that time. I'm not going to sit there and say they were DUI without definite proof either. I do know they were drinking after the fact, because you could tell when someone's intoxicated, but during it, I'm not sure. I will say that Eric's eye was all like messed up on the right side, and it looked like he had like some kind of white film over his eye on the right side, and I hope he washed out that eye, because you could absolutely lose your vision you know, if you don't take care of that. So it had some kind of like film on it when he was live. Did y'all see that? Roddy, when you were watching the rebuttal, did you see that on his eye on the right side? Like his right eye when you were looking at him on camera. It would be his left, but when we're looking at the camera, it looks like his right, right? Because, you know, everything's twisted when you're on camera where it's backwards. So it would have been his left, our right. It looked like something was really wrong with that eye. I hope his eye is okay, because that could have been very bad. But this entire situation could have ended up very, very bad. But if y'all want to catch the breakdown of what you can find, go to Watcher of Crazy's channel for the short of the fight. Eric does have one of his up. It's the Stop Snitching. Liars and Losers is still up from 20 hours ago. So that one, I don't know if that's, let me see. Let me open that up and see if that's the one. I think that's just the one where he talks about it a little bit and whatnot. He does talk about the situation where he and Miss Betty, where he had talked to Miss Betty and the way that he did and how he supposedly apologized. So that's his portion. I did post Michelle's portion. This is the oh bitch one from Michelle. So I'm going to share that one. And then I'm going to share so y'all can try to keep up. And this is Miss Michelle's video. I would suggest watching Miss Michelle's first. Then I would watch Miss Watcher's second. So I'm going to post Miss Watcher's next. I would watch Michelle's first, Watcher's second. Also watch Watcher's live about her rebuttal, because she does say some of the information in some of the chat. If you can watch the chat, is also sent some. So I'm gonna post Miss Watcher's link. The short is on her channel about the fight, and if you watch her last live that says my response to the crash out, that tells you some of the information also that you may or may not be missing. So I would go to Michelle first, then Watcher, then Eric. That way that y'all can catch the real of everything, like all situations. Or try to anyway. Okay. I'm just glad you're okay, CFM Queen Love. But that's the way I would watch it in order. If I were y'all, I would watch Michelle's video first, the OKB. Then I'm gonna share this steps. Then I would go to Miss Watcher's shorts, watch her very last short right here, and then go to her live and watch this live right here. And then go over here and to Eric's channel and watch this live right here. Liars and Losers. Okay, those are the three you want to go to, right? I'm just telling y'all that's the way I would do it if I were y'all, if I wanted to try to get all the information. Also, you can go to Miss Michelle's community tab right here. She shows you that she has a hurt leg. Has nothing to do with that fight. She wasn't there. She wasn't in none of the videos. She wasn't there. Where she was at the hospital with something going on with her leg. So she may have been at the hospital that whole time all that stuff was going down. Because you know, if you're in the ER for something, or you're going through surgery or whatever is going down, or doctor's office, you could have been there the whole damn time. And then she says stuff over here on her community wall, right? Then you can go over here to Eric's and look at his community wall, and that way you can get all the information. Yeah, I'm the same way, Miss Beth. I try to, when I speak about laws and I speak about what happens in certain areas, if I don't know the exact law, I will say that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if Maryland has a stand your ground law. I don't know what their mutual combat laws are. I do know that that's assault when you hit someone. So any person who hit anybody during that confrontation could be, that's assault, simple assault. Now, if you used a weapon like the flag or a brick, that could be more than simple assault. So this is a situation where I don't know all of Maryland's laws. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really know all of their laws at this point to say what they could get in trouble for fully. I do know on the very tip of things that assault is still a charge that all could face. I'm not sure if the people who now trespassing would be with Eric and Aaron. That's trespassing. Now they both could get a trespass charge. I know that for sure. And then it depends on what Maryland's law is for the brick situation and the mace, right? If you felt in fear of your life, some states won't charge you. But when he took the old dude down on the ground and hit him with the flag, that is assault. But if he was, I don't know what their mutual combat state is, and if whether both parties or just the aggressor will be charged. Because in my area, if let's say somebody came onto my property threatening me, my life or my land, I could do whatever I got to do to protect myself, and I'm not getting charged, but they will. You get what I'm saying? And if I'm not the aggressor and they are, they're going to get charged. That's the way my state runs, but I don't know how their state runs. So I was trying to look that up. It says in Maryland, first degree assault. This is a felony that involves intentional causing or attempting to cause seriously physical injury to another person. It is punishable up to 25 years in prison. Then there's second degree assault. This can be a misdemeanor or a felony, depending on the circumstances. It involves causing offensive contact or threatening harm. Penalties can include up to 10 years in prison and fines up to $2,500. I'm also not sure on like if someone comes on your property, would it be assault or battery? It says in Maryland, a person can commit an assault in 3 different ways: committing a battery, attempting a battery, placing another in unreasonable fear of battery. A battery is unwanted, harmful, or offensive contact. So assaults based on battery and attempting a battery results from such contact or attempted contact. So, because a lot of people also don't know what attempted battery is. And I don't know. I will say this. You have to be careful being on video saying you're going to whoop somebody's ass. I will say that. I didn't see the macing wide load. I'm saying that's what he said. I'm only reporting on what each party said, trying to keep it as fair and down the middle as possible with what each party has said. I'm not here to prove or disprove either party. But he did say it, but I didn't see it. I didn't see it. That's why I showed the video 2 or 3 times, because I was trying to see if I saw it, and I didn't see it. I did see the mom raise her hand, but he claimed the dude did it. So I'm not sure. Maybe he couldn't see who did it, or maybe it didn't happen at all. I'm not sure. I will say that he did have the classic signs of someone who had just been maced. When he came on camera, his eyes did look at as of someone who had been maced. Yes. Something was wrong with his left eye. It was our right, his left. Something was up with it real bad. There was some kind of film on that eye, and it didn't look right. I don't know if he did or didn't. Obviously, I wasn't there. You know what I mean? I was not there. Now, I will say that what I'm looking at over here for Maryland state laws, assault and battery are two terms that are often used interchangeably. This is often because assault comes first and then comes followed by battery. Assault refers to the threat of violence, not the actual violence. So when people are saying assault, they're actually using the wrong terminology. That is battery. Assault is the threat, the actual threat itself. So when Aaron was out there screaming that she was going to beat her butt, that could be considered assault then, if that's their definition. I do not believe any charges have been filed, Miss Beth. I believe both parties refused to bring up charges on the other. As far as I know, they claim cops were called, but yet I don't see any. I haven't heard of any police reports being released. None of that stuff. I didn't know this in Maryland. In many states differentiate between assault and battery. Maryland does not. A threat of violence and the actual physical act of violence are both considered assault under Maryland law. So under Maryland law, you could just threaten someone and get convicted of assault. And offensive physical contact is considered second-degree assault, which can result in 10 years in prison. When the assault involves a firearm or leads to serious injury or death, it becomes first-degree assault. This is punishable by 25 years in prison. It can also be a crime and a civil offense. It can also be solely a crime. It says this: if someone punched you hard and caused a bruise, you could press charges. But if all you suffered was a bruise, there's not much you could sue for in terms of damages. It would not be worth it financially to file a lawsuit. Here's where it says self-defense. Remember we were talking about self-defense? Right here it says, if you have been accused of assault, there are several defenses you can use. Contact a criminal defense lawyer who can assess your case and help you find the right defense. Some common defenses include lack of criminal intent. You cannot be convicted if the act was done accidentally. Self-defense. If you hit someone only because they hit you first, you may have a good defense. Someone may have forced or coerced you to commit the act. False accounts. Sometimes people misinterpret the facts or even purposely lie to get others in trouble. If you were somewhere else at the time of the incident, you could get charges dropped. So they do have these self-defense. If someone hits you first and you had to hit back to defend yourself, you can still get charged with it, but you still have that right to use that defense. That's what I was seeing. Yeah, if she invited them to fight and then they show up, that's also another thing. You can't, that's why you don't invite people to your house. Never invite somebody to your house. Do not say pull up. Do not tell people to pull up to your house. Because then if they do, you have no right. Oh, church lady, it done went down in the mob tube sector, girl. It done went down, girl. You done missed it all, child. I done showed the fight video and everything, child. But if she told him to pull up, she has no defense then. You do not tell anybody to pull up to your house. In fact, you tell them the polar opposite. I do not give you permission to pull up to my home. So, you know, if you tell them not to pull up, they can't, and then you have more probable cause to trespass and all this other stuff. You can't trespass somebody if you invite them. If you invited them, you cannot trespass. Now, if Michelle doesn't live at that home, and that's her parents' home and they showed up to it, but she lives somewhere else, then they still can get trespassed because that isn't where she invited them to. If somebody invites you, you can't then trespass them. It doesn't work that way. That's why I don't invite nobody to my home. If y'all ass show up, it's on you. I do not invite anyone to my home. They're going to be uninvited. I will say that the woman that you see in the video is her mother, and then you see her brother and her father. Michelle is never in the picture or never in any of the videos. So that's right, church lady. You got to make sure that you say it in a certain way so it legally covers you. Church lady, do you remember the Eric False guy? And I don't know if you remember ever seeing that. Well, him and this Michelle Meltdown lady, I shared her channel quite a few times. That was his moderator, Michelle Meltdown. Well, they were, I don't know if you want to say in a situationship, and some shit went down, words got said, people pulled up, assaults happened, people was drunk on live, crashing out. And that's basically the gist of everything that happened. If you want to see the actual fight, or part of it, if you want to call it a fight, because it's not really a fight, in my opinion, you can go over to Watcher of Crazies. She has it on her shorts. I'll share it right quick. Well, let me share it right quick. So y'all can. So this is what happened over the weekend. But basically that's the link to the short if y'all want to watch the fight again. Hey Miss Catherine, good afternoon. Yeah, so basically it depends on a lot of situations. Hold on just a minute, y'all. Well, Miss Beth, you're different like that because I hug Miss Beth, and Miss Beth might, get my butt occasionally, but you family, Miss Beth. That's just different. Oh, so she was actually live when Eric showed up, and the stream went to dead air for a long time, but didn't know if she was home. But that stream is gone now. Yeah, I heard that stream was gone, Wildload. I heard that stream was gone. I did. I heard there was a couple of streams that got deleted. I didn't get to see all of them because I was out smashing burgers. I'll tell y'all the truth. We was out eating, and I was at Buffalo Wild Wings smashing the bacon, the triple bacon cheeseburger. And so, I tell the truth, we was eating large in the neighborhood, so I missed that, y'all. I was smashing some food. You always do make sure I'm stuffed. Yes, you do. And he's over there laughing. Y'all hear him? But I was tearing some food up. Now, I did not hear what he said to Miss Betty Hayward. I did not hear that. I missed that live. I believe that live is also, or that might have been the same that night when all that stuff went down. I'm not sure if that was a separate live. I didn't catch all that, right? So sometimes it's hard to keep up when people are deleting lives. You can't go back and watch when you miss something. You know what I'm saying? When you miss something and they delete it, you can't catch it sometimes. So there was a lot of deleted lives I've heard, and a lot of deleted things, to where you kind of have to piece it together yourself and try to do the best of your ability. You know, if you don't have the full story, you're just trying to catch up with what you do know, you know. I will say I understand Eric's concept of not wanting this to be content, or should have never came to the YouTube streets, but here's the thing. I gotta say this. If you are messing around with your moderator, it's gonna come to the YouTube streets. It just is. I'm sorry. But it's gonna come to the YouTube streets. And when you post videos of fights on YouTube and talk about it, it's gonna come to YouTube. We're gonna talk about it. It will become content. It just is what it is. When you bring it here, we're gonna talk about it. And we're gonna have our own opinions. And you may not like our opinions. But opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one. Okay? Yeah, that situation's crazy, wasn't it? That was crazy, wasn't it? But I believe all of us are going to have our own opinions on things. Now, here's my thing. I would love to be able to hear Miss Betty and how she feels about the situation. And whether in her mind that I did see a comment from Miss Betty. I think it was on Watchers, that she did not appreciate the way she was spoken to, and she didn't like it. But I haven't heard from Miss Betty herself. I would love to be able to hear from her and how she felt, because she totally did not deserve that cuss out. She wasn't even there. I don't know what she was doing, but she was chilling somewhere. But she wasn't there, and she didn't bother nobody, and she didn't deserve it. Now, he did state that he did apologize to Betty behind the scenes. But I don't know how she herself is feeling. I have not seen her come forward and say anything. So I don't know. And I'm not going to speak for her. Yeah. But see, Miss Beth, you different. You like family. Yeah, I was watching Catfish. I was watching. You was over there with me. I'm surprised he didn't call me out for being a moderator, because I was over there talking to people with my little stick and Watcher of Crazies live. Right? I was over there with my little stick, just to talking. You know, I was like, oh snap. I realized he called her out. He gonna call me out next, because I got my little moderator stick too. But I guess he never caught my content, my comments, and saw it, and didn't ask me why I was a moderator on his channel. I'm not a moderator on his channel, but yeah, he only called her out. Yeah. That is true, Mr. Rubin. That is true. I don't care who was said, what was said. That pull-up shit's crazy, especially knowing that you just recorded yourself doing an assault. You recorded yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't tell nobody I had that on recording if I did have that for my own personal records, in case I needed to prove something, that I didn't do something, or somebody lied on me. But I ain't gonna come on the internet. And the Aaron girl who was with him recorded it, and supposedly after this recording goes off, she got hit in the head with a brick And all we saw on live stream, or all I saw, now during the beginning of the live stream, they say she came on camera and she had blood all over her shirt. But all I saw was a picture and she was all busted up and whatnot. So I heard she got hit in the head with a brick by the daddy. I don't know, dog. Yeah, they all out here recording evidence against themselves. Supposedly, Michelle's daddy hit her upside the head with a brick. Here's my thing. I would not be recording myself and or showing anybody me breaking any laws whatsoever. I ain't showing nobody. I ain't showing nobody me breaking no laws. I ain't doing it. You ain't gonna have. I'm gonna have deniable plausibility. Yeah, I'm exactly true, Mr. Rubin. It's just words on the internet. Don't take it that damn serious, because here's the thing. You're risking your life. You're risking your freedom over the internet and words on the internet. It is not that damn serious. Hey, hey, crazy purple Kirby lady. How you doing? We talking about the crazy mess that happened over there at Eric's house. That is true. He was wrong for going over there. He shouldn't have let somebody gas his head up like that. I'm going to tell you the truth. I think the Aaron lady gassed his head up and his ass went over there like Billy Joe Badass. And that could have wound up something real bad. Because I'm going to tell you something. You come on my property uninvited, you might get a pew-pew. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you don't know him? Well, there was a fight. You know how crazy people be pulling up on folks. Hold on, y'all. My dog's going crazy. Sorry about that. My puppy dog. He trying to talk too much. You know, he be talking crap too. He talking crap. But basically, there was a pull up in another sector, and folks, Eric Foss, standing on business with Eric Foss. That's his name on YouTube. He pulled up, him and a girl named Erin pulled up at Michelle's house, and there was a fight that ensued, and they recorded it and put it on the internet, child. Yeah. Girl, this shit crazy. You know, him and Michelle Meltdown ain't his moderator no more, girl. She ain't his moderator no more. Oh, yeah, some shit went down, girl. If you missed it over the weekend, Lord, sweet baby Jesus. There was big strong flag slap, supposed mace sprayed. It was crazy, child. And there, if you wanna watch the fight, here I'll copy and I'll post it for you. Here's the fight video in case you want to see it or what. Well, the only part of the fight. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. Crazy Purple Caribou lady. A lot of those lives ain't up no more. The only one that's still up is the original first one, which she has that says okay B. That one's still up. But the rest of them got deleted. Eric deleted all the ones off his videos except for one. And at least shout out to Watcher for keeping that one video for us, because both of the shorts went out. There was 2 shorts, technically 2 videos of the fight, but we ain't got one of them, so I don't know what the other one showed. I missed it, child. I should have downloaded both of them bitches. That would have been good. Shit. Well, you make sure you have a good day, church lady. I'm supposed to get off here in a few myself, because I got to go to town and get some stuff and do some stuff. But Watcher did play it on that live. She has since taken down that live catfish. I'm pretty sure she probably has it on private or something like that. The one where she was restreaming Eric, which she could legally do because he had that set up on his StreamYard, which means he gave permission for people to do that. I think I might. Yeah, I'm good. I ain't blank screen. I maybe go check myself before I wreck myself. Okay, I'm glad you home, CFM Queen. You have a good day, Mr. Rubin. But yeah, it's crazy, y'all. Crazy stuff to happen over the weekend. People fighting and pulling up and bricking each other. And Lord, sweet baby Jesus, I need the holy water and prayer. We need holy water and prayer for these people. Because I am not going to pull up to someone's house and possibly get unalived. It ain't even that serious for me. But I'm supposed to get off here, y'all. I got to go do some stuff. I love all y'all. Thank y'all for showing up today. Huggies, I got to go to town and do stuff. Now, Wednesday, I'm going to have a tooth pulled. So Wednesday, if y'all don't see me do a live, I got to go early in the morning. It's because I ain't going to be able to talk because it's a jaw tooth. So, you know, they're going to have to bust that tooth in 4 places to pull it. And so if I'm not live Wednesday or Thursday, you'll know why. If my jaw's hurting too much and I can't speak. You know what I mean? I just want y'all to know that I do have to have a tooth pulled. I have to have a tooth pulled, y'all. But I am going to be doing the members only let's make fun of photos thing. Y'all remember how we did that? Well, one day we're going to do that on members only where we just make fun of different photographs and we read bitches to filth. And we're going to have fun doing it. But I love y'all. I'll see y'all later. Hugs and kisses. Bye.
I'm from the TUPELO. I'm reppin' my hood, so love I'm gon' show from the TUPELO. I'm reppin' my hood to the day that I go from the TUPELO. I'm reppin' my hood, so love I'm gon' show from the TUPELO. I'm ripping my hood to the day that I go.
I'm from the west side, we don't need no introduction. This was the best ride. We all big boy rolling and holding. Come take a test drive. Hilldale, Evergreen, Glenkirk, Outer Street, bending every corner on the west, and that's where I'll be. Sunroof back, captain seat banging down 1800, chunking up the deuce to my post slanging down on 1800. Show no love to the ladies that's training round on 1800, making time stand still. Crystalline swinging down on 1800, watching out for them knuckleheads that be stanging round on 1800. Big rims and low pros be blanging round on 1800. Better completely change the way you're thinking about round 1800. Really hate to see you boys get left slanking around 1800. Out of street got some history, just let Captain C lay it out. If I don't finish it all on this one, let the second verse break it out. Remember the blue apartments from OG standing back there by 60 deep. Bull walking, car blue, a big Anthony using P.
I'm from the TUPELO. I'm reppin' my